There we go.
Alrighty, so I think we're finally about to kick things off here on Border.
Hopefully, is it border? Yeah, we're gonna be in border. I say it'd be a shame if it was the wrong map and we have to rehost
Hopefully the game
again.
doesn't crash as soon as you start it up. That'd be pretty unfortunate.
Here we go.
Alrighty,
There
so
we go.
here's the finals. MaskOFF GG against AggressoR for the invite or the Contender Series championship. Starting here on map number 1, Border. And we're gonna jump right into it. I believe it's gonna be AggressoR on the attack first.
Yeah, and it's gonna be MaskOFF going downstairs first, kind of changing up, not quite maybe expected by AggressoR. We typically see armory lockers and archives be the most kind of pick spot for the first site, but I mean, obviously, I guess they know they have to defend both sites, so maybe they're trying to go downstairs first to kind of throw off AggressoR, as they probably will be expecting upstairs, but we'll see how this affects. I mean, I kind of think downstairs can be better than upstairs sometimes. I mean, we discussed it before, how it kind of gives you 2 layers of defense. You defend upstairs like it's the top floor site, and then you can all just fall back like an Alamo. And then you have another site to defend, kind of as if, unless obviously AggressoR chooses to rush into the site downstairs, which we have seen before.
Yeah, it really just tests the attack and see how well they clear out the top floor and how fast they do it. As that's pretty much the first thing you have to do to get the ventilation workshop sites. Just dust off the top floor, and then you're able to focus on site. And some teams, they take a really long time, they take a long time to get to the top floor cleared. Sometimes they waste 2 minutes or so just trying to clear the room, and then they're like, oh yeah, we have to worry about the site now. So we'll see how AR is able to take this attack on. For the defense, we're seeing a Pulse and Echo. I imagine Delay is going to be roaming underneath the archives and armory on site with his heartbeat sensor. And then, of course, using that naughty C4 to get some kills. He's actually going to be sitting in the bathroom, so yeah, he's going to be right under the office.
I imagine he'll just be gathering information for his team, just telling the upstairs operators where they're going to be pushing from and how many are coming from where. That can be really invaluable sometimes. I think teams underrate how important Pulse can be just for information gathering. But I think AggressoR here are going to really try and go for a really quick upstairs push up. We're seeing a Glaz and a Ying, as well as a Thatcher, so they should be able to get rid of all the devices and you know, flash out the defenders. We're probably going to be seeing the Ying thrown out in front of the mirror to push the bandit off. And hopefully get the frag. Oh, we're going to be seeing we're going to be seeing a kill onto the Thermite. Really nicely played there by the Pulse. He will be sitting underneath, as you said, with that Pulse scanner. And as you said, that cheeky C4 did come out and it did get him a kill. Now we're going to be seeing Glaz here, just seeing the tip of bandit, but he's going to be jumping around, but he will get taken out. Getting the nice kill onto Jonesy, leaving it now to a 4 versus 4 as they've both traded off 1.5 minutes into the round.
Yeah, that'll be the bandit taken out, and Archives is open up for the attackers to come in, but you still have to worry about armory. And you're going to see Altitude get taken out by Sledge here, McLovin, or the Stature, my bad. McLovin going to be working the tellers, trying to look down and see if anyone's going to pop out, but no one's there. We've only got less than a minute left for this attack to happen. They're pretty close to site. They just have to pinch all the defenders. You still have Pulse and Echo, so those are some threatening defenders there. See what happens here in the last 40 seconds.
Yeah, you can say possibly that maybe the defense are worse off here, but they wasted, you know, 2.5 minutes here, and they're only 1 man down, and the attackers still need to get into the site to get a plant or to kill them. So this is still, you know, any game for the defenders here. You're seeing Echo trying to peek aggressively onto the Ash, and will take out somebody at the window, and then picking up onto Vengeance, getting 2 kills for the team. As I said, the attackers are really struggling to push into the site. Now it's time to do so. And we're going to be seeing a Supernova command, not like you usually see, and Timmy will finish off McLovin, making that a win for the defenders.
Dave coming in clutch for MaskOFF here with 3 kills in the very first round.
Yes.
So MaskOFF winning the first round here on the ventilation site. That was a pretty good defense by them. Aggressors got to the archives pretty fast and cleared that out, but they didn't have enough time to take the verticality advantage and capitalize on that.
Yeah, that was really well played there by Dave. He kind of positioned himself really kind of awkwardly, you might think, out in the open. He could be seen from above, from outside the window, and outside the front door, but he challenged and won all his gunfights in every single angle there. And he really paid off for his team that round. And he really helped them get that first round lead. And now we're going to be seeing MaskOFF go on to the attack here. But we will be seeing an upstairs armory archives hold, something you might more typically see. And we're having quite the expected the lineup here. We're seeing a Valkyrie, obviously, to get that information, maybe instead of the pulse, if you're trading it out, as well as the smoke and the mirror for the, you know, the denial of sight. We're not seeing a Glaz on the attack team, but we are seeing a Ying, so obviously we're still seeing the whole smoke and flash meta. Ying has sprung the Blood Orchid.
And most of the time when I see a Ying being brought here on against the Armory and Archive site, most teams usually go for the Armory sidewall and try to take that out. They are bringing a Thermite, so that might possibly happen. They also have Twitch and Thatcher as well, so I believe this is going to be an Armory push, if anything.
Yeah, we're seeing the attackers set up for that, at least. Because they're going to be pushing CCTV. Usually when people are going for the other archives push, they'll be spawning, going through East Stairs and Work Office, which doesn't look like the case. Which is interesting. I don't think we're seeing many Armory wall pushes lately. I think we're seeing a lot more archives pushes that we saw from AggressoR last round, which was obviously denied by the C4 and the scanner from underneath. I mean, obviously that wasn't the site, but as you say, you kind of treat upstairs like the site unless you just go for a direct downstairs assault. But they chose to attack upstairs like it was the site, and it didn't quite pay off. As like we said, they wasted time, and when it came to the crunch time, they just didn't win their gunfights.
Probably expect Toasty to be playing pretty aggressive there on the Black Mirror. So it's going to be trying to hold off the attackers as long as possible. You already got a minute wasted here. Start things off. I'm not sure how Thatcher's going to impact this. C4 being tossed out, not getting any kills. Jonesy getting a couple kills on the Toasty, and Art though, he's inside. Callouts will take him out though. 3 on 4, a minute and a half left. Callouts going for the aggressive peek on LA through the gas bays. He's going to be playing the Black Mirror now. His remote gas grenade got hit with the EMP. So he's gonna have to fall back. Wall gets open up. Dave's gonna be working the hallway. He might be able to sneak up behind the defenders now. And he's gonna get the kill on McLovin. So now it's 3 on 2 with a minute left. There's still plenty of time for this attack to go through.
Yeah, I'm seeing the work done by Jonesy there undone as callouts just ripped through. I think it was, yeah, 2 of the attackers, which is a shame. You can see Vengeance trying to get the C4 here, and it looks like it will get a kill. No, it will miss. Dave will pick up onto callouts, and it will just leave the Valkyrie alone to push back 3 attackers already in the site, embedded, and it looks like the plant will go down. Yep, we're going to be seeing the Thermite going to the plant here with the Twitch and the Thatcher covering. It's looking pretty bleak for the Valkyrie, although she does pick up 1 kill. Does pick up the wallbang, but the diffuser has been activated, leaving 1v1. Twitch versus Valkyrie, and Twitch will pick the kill out. She's finishing off Vengeance, winning the round for the attack. That was very close there. Valkyrie doing a very good job to bring it back for her team, but not quite being able to just win that gunfight with the Deagle onto the Twitch. But a valiant effort nonetheless.
Yeah, I'll say the F2 is probably a little bit better than the Deagle there in that situation. But it was definitely a close round for sure. Vengeance almost clutching it out for his team.
Yeah, no, it looks like we're going to be seeing an upstairs hold from MaskOFF as they did win their downstairs, and now they get to go in Armory lockers and archives. And we're going to be seeing a slightly different defense here. They're not going to be bringing the Valkyrie or the Pulse, but they were going to be bringing an Ella instead, obviously trying to use those Grismots and the Scorpion for aggressive plays, I imagine. I'm going to be seeing how AggressoR, take this. They're still bringing the Glaz and the Ying, so they're still going to go for that flash and smoke meta that we were seeing. That kind of helped push the top floor last time. And this time they don't have to try and play back onto the bottom floor, so you can see a successful round here from Aggressor.
Yeah, and I believe AggressoR's probably going to be playing somewhat similar to how MaskOFF did their attack. MaskOFF, they went straight to Armory. It looks like AggressoR is well suited for that push as well. And we're able to see again.
Yeah, sorry about that. We couldn't see for a few seconds. But we are going to be seeing what looks like the kind of average Armory defense. I couldn't quite see where the mirror placements were, but I'm going to imagine there was one on the A wall on the door. Oh, it looks like a nice throw by Toasty. Wasted one of his yings early on into the round. Imagine he missed, click there.
That'll be one Contender down to start off the round. In the first 30 seconds, McLovin going to be working the West Tower. See if any runouts happen from Armory. Not sure anyone's going to push off that. There's going to be watching the Black Mirror, as you can expect. And there's not going to be anyone sitting down underneath CCTV.
When we see the other mirror, it looks like being played inside the fountain, looking into work office. A nice aggressive mirror. It gives you time to fall back and not give the mirror away to have a look into sight. I think that one's being seen a lot more in competitive play rather than the one inside archive looking out into fountain. But it is over a minute into the round now and no one has been killed or traded. But it looks like smokes and flashes are going to be going out. But Nile will pick up a kill onto the glass, but looks at through smoke. Kind of backwards, you think the glass would be picking up onto the Jaeger, but no, the Jaeger just get the kill. The Bandit will push aggressively, but loses life to Toasty. Now it's looking like a 4 versus 4. Nile going to be holding that angle still, waiting for the attackers to push into him. And we're seeing Ash playing beneath. She's going to be running up aggressively though to the main stage. Oh, she will try and catch the Ella off guard, but the Ella misses. I thought the Ella was here and see her, but she won't. But the Ella will go in and pick up onto Toasty, and she will pick up onto Crawlouts. Jonesy will get refragged back off by Vengeance, but it was a valiant effort by him, and he is now bringing his team in the man count positive by 1.
We just have a minute left. It's a 2-on-3 in favor of MaskOFF. They are holding the site pretty tough now. They still have both their Black Mirrors left. So it's going to be really hard for McLovin and Vengeance to make this push because they have no reachability really to get into sight. We still have 40 seconds left. See if the defenders get aggressive or not, but I don't believe this will really happen or transpire. But they're going to be making a push towards Armory, and Nile will take out Vengeance. It's all up to McLovin. And it's going to see a duel come down in the hallway, spraying into the wall. Trying to get some lucky shots. He's going to get flanked here, most likely by Timmy. Timmy's going to get fall. The headshot, 15 seconds left. McLovin getting another kill on Nile. It's 1-on-1. 10 seconds left in the round. He's just going to have to run into sight and hope for the best. He's going to hit with the Grismont mine. He's going to probably have to jump into the off base, pull out the pistol, and he's not going to get any kills here because Day's going to finish him off to win the round.
Yeah, you were saying that you don't think they were going to get aggressive, but they had to prove you wrong there. We saw the Jaeger and the Mirror both trying to peek onto that patch, and they lost their lives because of it, risking the round for their team. But Dave managed to just sit behind that bomb and clutch that out, bringing MaskOFF to a 3-0 lead here. Strong start, but almost a throw there. A really good attempt at a comeback there from McLovin. We've seen how capable he is in other matches, and he's proving himself again for his team. But just not quite able to finish off. The Grismont slowing him down, and as well as the barbed wire. And it kind of just about prevented that clutch there. What would have been an amazing clutch. But we are going to be moving into the next round now. And it looks like
attackers need to locate
we're going to be seeing a defense of top 4 again from AggressoR. They're not going to change up, go downstairs like MaskOFF did, but hopefully they play a bit differently this time, not get so aggressive. You've seen last time.
They are bringing the same roster with Vengeance on Valkyrie. Sometimes you see Valkyrie getting played on this site. It's not really too often. It's just more of a surprise kind of thing, just to test the waters. I believe it's not really a staple to bring a Valkyrie. I think she's a great option. She's probably like one of my favorite defenders, but I'm not really sure how effective her gyro cams are for this site. because you're getting all the information you really need from these black mirrors. And then I'm not really too sure where else you would place the gyro cams where you desperately need some information there.
I mean, yeah, I've seen them being placed in CCTV, which helps get good information because you can see, have an idea where they're pushing from. But I mean, like you said, they can be seen from the black mirrors. I mean, I do think Valkyrie is a very strong operator, but I think she might be needing some changes in the future to kind of strengthen her a little bit. Because I think teams now are find her cameras so easily, so it's kind of making her as an operator a bit more unviable than she used to be. With cams becoming a lot more harder to kind of create and come up with. So hopefully Ubisoft might do some balancing to her. You know, maybe make the blue glow disappear, or you don't know. They have a lot of tricks up their sleeve. I'm sure they'll do something. But as you say, not really vital. But a minute has already gone past in the round, and nothing has really happened here. No major pushes have come out, but callouts will lose some health to a Thermite, I think, peeking from CCTV into the wall here. It does look like Hibana's going to get part of the A wall open. Or the Thermite, get a Thermite Timmy opening them up, which will make that black mirror unplayable right now. Maybe seeing a lot of them just let down, waiting for that push now.
And I think the only thing that's going to be holding off this attack is just going to be those remote gas grenades, where you're going to see Jonesy jump in here. He's going to get taken out by Art. He's going to be playing in the cubby there. Pretty aggressively. Delay altitude, getting a couple picks here. But Art's going to get the refrag. 3-on-3. Diffuser goes down. And I believe that's Timmy laying down, watching the diffuser. Oh, and Toasties is going to miss his toes.
Yeah, you can see him. He just doesn't realize. Now he realizes, but he will. And Timmy will pick him off, winning the round for the attackers, bringing a 4 lead on match point already into this game. Really unfortunate there for Toasty. I don't think he quite realized. Maybe thought it was a dead body. I'm not quite sure, but I don't know. It was kind of a weird round there. We saw Jonesy jump in and kind of stare at the bandit through the smoke, not realizing who was looking at him, and then the bandit ended up killing him. That's kind of a round of people just not quite realizing where the people were right in front of them. But looks like MaskOFF were able just about to win that, making it 4-0 now. And it looks like AggressoR have a lot of work to do if they want to have any chance of bringing this back.
Yeah, MaskOFF starting off 4-0 on map number 1 is huge. I think both there was about 2 rounds that are pretty much contested, and it could have gone either way really. So I don't really think AggressoR's getting blown out here. It just happens to be going in the favor of MaskOFF. But I do not count AggressoR out yet. I watched them play against my team, Powerhouse Origins, in the Challenger League tryouts, and my team started off 3-0, and then AggressoR just brought it back to overtime. They ended up losing, but it was definitely a really close game towards the end. So they might win 4 rounds in a row here on Border. I know that they tend to start things off a little slow from what I've seen, but I think they will come along and start gaining momentum soon.
Yeah, we've seen how capable AggressoR are in other previous games, and I wouldn't count them out quite yet, but if I had to kind of speculate here, I would say that this is MaskOFF's game right now. I would go ahead and say they're probably going to win this round here, but we don't know. We could see a comeback, where it's like comeback, but we're seeing here that MaskOFF are really capable, and they know just how to defend this. Although they did kind of almost lose themselves a little bit the last defensive round and get a bit too aggressive, they are capable of just holding out the round and holding off AggressoR, who aren't quite able to get into the site just in time to get the plant down or finish off the other defender.
And the last time we were casting Border, I believe it was for the invite series, but we saw a pulse being played, or a pre-placed sniper cell under the east stairs, and it happened to get 2 kills. I'm going to keep that in my pocket. It would just be interesting to see if that happens to come out here. That was a really cool idea. You see in this ventilation site, so it's similar to the very first round where AR has to make the push. You're going to see Jonesy get 2 kills, but Vengeance guy help bring it back in to pick on the Timmy halfway through the round. L2 getting another one on the Vengeance. So definitely not looking good for AR being down 2-4 in this situation. They have a lot of work to do with only halfway through the round.
Yeah, I think AggressoR are realizing now that this map probably won't be theirs. It's now 4 versus 1. McLovin is a very capable player, but to come back against 4 people on MaskOFF, which is an extremely well coordinated and I would say sensible team. And we see Jonesy pushing aggressively here, but overall I think the team is going to be sensible enough to not get too aggressive and let McLovin clutch this one out, especially on match point. So I will imagine we'll see MaskOFF win this round here and go to map number 2, but you know, we're going to see McLovin. He will probably give it his best shot. There's only 50 seconds left, and it looks like Altitude will push out aggressively. I mean, I said it's sensible, but we're seeing Jonesy and Altitude pushing out aggressively. We saw this almost ruin their round last defense, and yet they are going to be doing the exact same thing. You think they'll just hold off, just for this match point, just hold off and not be so aggressive, but it looks like Jonesy will come from beneath Impassable and finish off McLovin, making that map number 1 go to MaskOFF.
Yeah, great showing for MaskOFF. 5-0 here on Border. Can't do much better, especially on the first map in the finals of any game. So they're starting off everything going for them. AR, they have a little bit of work to do. Again, I don't think it was a complete blowout, but them not winning any rounds, it's a little concerning. And they're going to have to, pick things up here on Oregon.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think that was a complete domination like we saw AggressoR have on Powerhouse Scarlet. That was kind of a really well fought. I just think, like I said, that MaskOFF just had that patience towards the end. I mean, not those last 2 defensive rounds, but overall they had that patience and the right assertiveness on attack to kind of just push out those rounds and win it back and get those refrags off. But we are going to be going to map number 2, which will be Oregon here. And it looks like AggressoR will be starting on attack. And we're going to be seeing MaskOFF start on defense this time.
It should be MaskOFF on the attack, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong, but I thought I was going back and forth.
Oh,
but
yeah. No. Yes. No, AggressoR is meant to be on attack for this, and they are on attack. Yeah, they did switch over. Don't worry. Yeah, no, you confused me for a second there. I thought
I was going back and forth, but never mind me. And we're going to be seeing MaskOFF. They won map number 1, but they're going to be defending here first on Oregon.
Oh, yeah, they are in the wrong position. Sorry, I know you are right.
Oh, okay.
AggressoR was meant to swap, but that didn't happen, so I guess we'll have to do 2 other swaps in a row next time. So the next 2 maps, they'll have to do a few rounds and 2 maps in a row, starting off in defense. But that shouldn't change up too much. I don't think it should affect the game overall massively, but we'll see how this works out. I mean, we're going to be seeing MaskOFF on defense again on the top floor, not the bottom floor, which might be expected by most teams, but I mean, top floor is still extremely viable. And we're going to be seeing the Mirror and the Bandit with the smoke come out. Very formidable 3 operators to kind of hold off the attack from beneath and from above.
A little interesting seeing Vengeance bringing a sledge here rather than a Buck. Buck allows you to get that verticality a little bit better. Sledge doesn't have quite the range that Buck does, but he's definitely a solid operator. He has a little bit more reliable guns if he's not able to control Buck's AR, but they're both really good operators, so they're pretty neck and neck for the most part.
Yeah, I'd say Buck's gadget is a bit more versatile, but Sledge's gun is more versatile. Kind of a trade-off. You go for Buck. I mean, Buck's gun is amazing if you obviously take the time to learn it, but the L85 is an excellent assault rifle, so I think it's just kind of a trade-off between the 2 operators. And okay, sorry, I lost sight for a second. But it looks like we are going to be seeing a very aggressive push from the master bedroom here from AggressoR. I think maybe they were a bit too reserved last map, and now we're seeing the kind of playstyle we used to from them. Really aggressive plays, but as I say that, Jonesy will pick up a kill onto McLovin that early. I mean, Okay, I thought he was holding an impact there, but that's just a visual bug, and he does pick up the kill onto Vengeance. And then onto Glaz as well, they're just dropping into his line of fire, and it's a 5 versus 2. They're only a minute and a half into the round, there's one person left behind the white band. Oh, sorry, one person left behind the white band. And he will pick off Jonesy, will pick off the Jaeger. Now it's a 1 versus 3. Toasty will kind of just sit back, think about what to do, and it looks like a lot of the defenders have visual bugs. Looks like they're holding their gadgets, but surely they're holding their guns. It looks like Smoke is just going to reboard everything up, make her job harder, and Bandit's just going to hide in the classroom and not give himself away too quickly and let Toasty clutch this one back.
And like you said, AggressoR is, you know, it seems like they're coming out guns blazing, just jumping right into Master, which seems a little bold of them. But, you know, if they're playing aggressive, teams are just going to, you know, eventually catch on. And if a team is prepared for that aggression, they're able to punish AggressoR for that. And so they're going to have to, it's kind of hard to balance because it seems like an on and off switch for AggressoR. They decide when they're going to go all out or not. And I saw that when they played against Powerhouse Origins, they played it a little safe the first couple rounds, but when it came down to when they're up against the wall, they turned it on and they able to make a little bit of a comeback. Obviously, they're down 1v3 here. It's not to say Toasty doesn't have a chance, but you will get eliminated by Timmy, so that'll be MaskOFF winning 6 rounds in a row.
Yeah, I think AggressoR's very, very aggressive playstyle works for teams that aren't quite so flexible and as prepared for it. Like we saw Powerhouse Scarlet, who obviously now disbanded, but when they played, they just never seemed ready for the aggressive players, even though AggressoR had done it nearly every round. So I don't know, it's interesting. I think AggressoR now are coming up against more flexible teams who can adjust to their playstyle, and now I think they're really struggling. You know, obviously this is a final, they're against, you know, the other best team in the competition, and now they're kind of realizing that maybe their playstyle isn't quite right for this kind of team, and then hopefully we might see them kind of change up their playstyle, and maybe they can get some rounds back. Hopefully win another, at least a map or two, bring us to overtime. But
yeah, we saw Jonesy just tear him apart with the impact. No,
yeah.
But, I was a little bit thrown off when I saw him just.
Yeah, I thought he was doing that on purpose, like he was gonna like try and distract them, but it's just a visual bug.
I saw bullets flying with the impact, and I was a little bit thrown off there. But yeah, you saw Jonesy get 2 to 3 kills there, and pretty much made it heavily in the favor of MaskOFF. And you're gonna see AR go down to the laundry and supply site. See what they do here. They're bringing along a vigil, so he's gonna be on the room for now. Not sure where he's roaming at the moment, but I'm sure he's gonna be sneaking around somewhere upstairs. Now he's actually in the dining hall, playing it pretty aggressively on the west main side. So
yeah, we've seen how effective a good vigil player can be. I mean, obviously he was thought to at the beginning when he came out that he would be useless and that he would have no use in comp play, but you know, the ability to waste the time as the attackers can't quite pinpoint his location while making them want to push him can have a really good effect to the defending team, as the attackers will waste a lot of time just trying to make sure they can pinpoint him and find him out. But at the end of the day, it looks like MaskOFF aren't going to be too bothered about the rumors here. They're going to get the hatch open. They're going to be pushing into site already with the Capital pushing on the stairs. It looks like they're just going to say, nope, we don't care about your rumors. We know you're going to try and waste our time. And we see 3 of them upstairs. Only 2 people left downstairs now to kind of fend off this quite a strong push, I'd say, from the attackers.
yeah, they're having to lay in Jonesy watching for rotates down to lobby, while the main attack's going down on laundry. You're seeing Call is trying to buy some time for the defense. Candelas are going out, but the remote smoke grenade's gonna buy some time for AR. But you're gonna see Jonesy and Timmy get a couple kills, call outs, and then just gonna try to bring it back. Now it's 3-on-2 in favor of AR. So the roam is actually collapsing onto MaskOFF now.
Yeah, it seems maybe ignoring the roam wasn't their best idea, as it's come to bite them, as both the roamers now have just kind of ripped apart their attack, leaving just the 2 people on the stairs lying down, kind of with their back against the wall here. There's smoke looking at them from the black mirror, and the vigil from the stairs, and the Jaeger in their classroom, and they're pinned down here. And I'm gonna struggle. They only have 1 smoke left as well. I'm gonna struggle to see how MaskOFF are gonna win this here, but we don't know. We've seen some crazy comebacks. We've seen Glaz push up his pistol here, not choosing to go for his weapon, primary weapon, and he will pick up the pistol onto Jaeger. McLovin expecting the Glaz to push around at that time with his pistol. And we're going to be seeing Vigil playing around the attic, and Capital will know that, but I think it looks like they could just be changing up here just for a back push, as they know the smoke's playing on that mirror, and there's just only the Vigil upstairs, so this could... Oh, Dave picking up a kill onto the Vigil, actually. Now, they will drop the diffuser in the hallway, leaving just the Glaz versus the smoke. With 9 seconds remaining, the Glaz will have to go for the frag here. Now, well, interesting to see who wins this. He doesn't know he's just around the corner, and time will run out. And he won't get the kill, meaning AggressoR will just bring out a round, finally, for themselves. Now it's 6-1 overall in this series. AggressoR just bringing it out for their team. The smoke holding on, just hiding behind that little nook of the wall, not letting the Glaz see him and get that kill.
And Dave putting the PMM in full effect there. I've never seen that pistol be so heavily used in a comp before. And he was able to get a couple kills there, but he wasn't able to finish it off due to time running out. So it's actually going to be tied up 1-1 as AR wins their first round in this series. It's a good start for them, getting the first round here on Oregon. But they still have a lot of work to do if they want to catch up to MaskOFF. They have to win 1 map or catch up to them. So still pretty much up in the air which team is going to win here. And if any of you don't know yet, it's still a best of 5. So it's not best of 3 how it usually is, best of 5. So we're going to be going to 5 maps if we happen to go complete overtime, but it's whoever wins 3 maps first.
Yeah, I'm quite interested to see this mirror come out on the left side of the wall. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying I know a lot of teams prefer it on the right, but we're seeing both teams here utilize the mirror on the left side. Now I'm quite interested as to why they do that, because I've just known a lot of people to have a preference to the right, so just kind of interesting to me.
I think there's a win and lose situation using it on both sides. If you happen to use it on the other side, you're more prevalent to be cut off by Capital's flame bolts or any grenades, and you're just kind of stuck in the corner there in closet. It does let you get a better angle onto the staircase though, so that's why you usually see the black mirror used on the other side. But the side they're using, closest to the exit of closet, it gives you a better angle onto the hatch actually, and it gives you an exit point if like I said, a Capital flame bolt comes down and rains terror on you. So there's win-win situations for both sides, but yeah, you usually do see on the other slab of wall in the closet.
Yeah, it's interesting. We're going to see the Ash and the Legion right next to each other, but a reinforced wall separates them. And I think she will be trying to go to that attic window and try and take the Legion out playing there. Now, we're seeing quite a similar roam game from MaskOFF here, as it doesn't look like, yeah, there's only 2 people playing site right now. They haven't utilized any mirror upstairs like a lot of other teams do. They put both of them in the site with the smoke and mirror. Dave and Timmy holding off the attackers by themselves. So it'll be interesting to see how the Legion, Miela and the Jaeger can come back out and see if they can collapse just as effectively as AggressoR did. And as I say that, Legion will get taken out from the attic window. Like I said, Ash was probably planning on doing. That'll bring down the defenders. I mean, we haven't seen any Legion actually in this series so far, which is interesting to see him come out. And he didn't really come into much use. He was kind of stuck up there, didn't get his Legions out. Neither did he get to use all of them. So he could have wasted utility there, but it looks like the attack's going to be going in very aggressively. C4s, smokes, flashes, smoke grenades, a lot. It's all coming out, but McLovin will be ready from kitchen to pick up onto that Ella trying to collapse here. And we're just seeing 2 defenders, the 2 that was stuck inside downstairs holding off, now having to fight off the attackers and retake here. We're going to be seeing it planted behind the laundry. Someone will be on the stairs. Glaz will be playing Hatch. And as I say that, Toasty will pick up onto Timmy. And now it's just Dave with minuscule health remaining to take out the Ash, who will take him out instead. Vengeance picking up the kill onto Dave, winning the round for Aggressor.
That'll be Aggressor's second round win in a row. Things might be looking good for them. We'll have to see. But again, another somewhat heavy roam game. This time being held in Attic and Red Tower. It's good to hold on to Meeting / Red Tower in case you need the quick rotates. We've seen teams, they hold on to Red Tower and Attic just for that rotation through the upstairs. The team just decides to ignore the room and just go for laundry site. You didn't really see that come out because you saw the cutoff rotations of Thatcher and Kitchen. So a good play by AR. They will choke off the roam game and get the defuse off.
Yeah, now we're only seeing an upstairs hold here from Aggressor as they were successful downstairs. We're seeing another Vigil here. I imagine he'll probably be playing downstairs, wasting their time so they can't get that vertical play, although it doesn't look like they're bringing anyone apart from maybe the Sophia for vertical play here. She does have those 2 impact grenades which can destroy the floor, but teams don't usually dedicate her to only vertical play, so it'll be interesting to see how she's used here. It does look like the downstairs room might not actually be all that useful, as it doesn't seem like they're planning on using that vertical play maybe. But we are going to see Toasty placing that mirror, looking into the bunk wall against master bedroom. Very nice mirror placement. I see that quite a lot. It just allows the defenders to kind of stop the attackers from just pushing into that corner and planting really early on.
I can see a really great attack coming out here if Delay happened to go the west main and play the white stairs a little bit with he does have a lot of utility there with the lifeline. He has those concussion grenades and also the impact light grenades, so you could probably just bust out from underneath the white stairs and shoot a couple of the Grismot concussions up the white stairs and just go for the rush there and do some damage, while Dave would be sitting on the west window. Never mind me, because this looks like it's going to be a massive push. They end up getting the wall open thanks to Timmy on Thermite. But you're going to see Toasty here blocking off the white areas, looking into dorms. It doesn't have any holes open, so it's just going to be going to take some shots and risk into the wall.
What interests me, sorry, carry on.
Oh, I was just going to say it would be interesting to see Delay open up the wall there. He's going to shoot some concussions in the mirror.
Oh no, he didn't get rid of the mirror, but he made a hole which will make Toasty's job extremely hard, as he won't be able to play it as easily, as they will see his legs underneath it. But he can still be successful in using that mirror. But what was interesting to me is that they've sacrificed Ash for Zofia. I mean, I know a lot of people were calling Zofia Ash 2.0, but Ash's raw fragging power being a free speed with the R4C of an ACOG. It's kind of interesting they'd trade that off, but it looks like the Zofia will come out to use using his concussion, the impact grenades to make Mirror's job hard. But as I say that, it looks like Art, who is the bandit playing a C4 beneath in the closet. That's a really clever play there, and callouts will pick up onto altitude. But now it looks like Art will be able to just hold that wall hostage, and it'll make the push for the attackers extremely hard, as they have to take out that bandit before they can think about utilizing it.
Yes, the MaskOFF has 40 seconds to work getting the defuse off. You're going to see Dave on this west window, like I said. Probably no better place to have a Blackbeard play. However, he's going to get picked off by Vengeance from behind in a small tower. You're going to be seeing Art holding downstairs. Delay getting a kill. However, Callouts is going to pick him off. It's now 4-on-1. It's all up to Jonesy, and he's taken down by McLovin. So AR winning 3 rounds in a row here on Oregon. Looking very strong.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the map I saw them play very well on before. I think maybe this is more of their map than Border. Or maybe Border was more of MaskOFF's map than Aggressor. But we're definitely seeing Aggressor turn up here, and they're really giving a fight back, and they're gonna try and wave that 5-0 goodbye and bring back another map for their team. Try and keep themselves in this final. This is best of 5. Losing one map doesn't mean too much, but they don't want to lose the second map because then that's almost game over for them.
Yeah, they can't get discouraged after losing 5-0 on the first map. They have to keep on going because they can still have up to 4 maps to play, if possible. So, good job by them bringing it back here on Oregon. And this happened to be the map where AggressoR played against my team, Powerhouse Origins. And yeah, they gave us a scare. But, Origins were able to win it out in overtime. But yeah, they're definitely very strong here on Oregon, and you can't really underestimate AggressoR here, as they are up 3-1.
I wouldn't underestimate MaskOFF either, though. I mean, they could just be warming up, seeing how AggressoR play this map, and we could see them have a comeback of their own here. We might see them win some more rounds because obviously it's not over for them. Looks like they are going to be playing upstairs again, which I believe was successful for them the first time. So I imagine they're hoping it's successful for them this time.
And it looks like they're going to be holding a kitchen to some extent, maybe kitchen bathroom. Just a nice place to roam. You're going to be seeing they're going to get met by McLovin most likely. He's playing the blitz, so that might cause some trouble for the defenders. You're going to see Art get the headshot in LA. I'm not sure where that angle was, but it was probably a very close one. It looked like he was maybe sitting in the garage.
Was it garage?
No, maybe not garage. Maybe it was
I think it had a big tower.
Big tower? Maybe it was
I'm not sure.
Oh, you got to pick somewhere. But
yeah, he got. Either way, it's an early pick in AggressoR's favor, which is going to be a lot of help to bring this to match point for them. As we're now seeing, they already have the master bedroom wall open, and they don't have. We don't have altitude playing underneath of a bandit C4 like AggressoR did. So this will be an uncontested master bedroom wall push here. The bandit looks like he could be going for the flank, but it looks like looks like McLovin will just be waiting for that flank in the corner of the classroom. Really interesting to see that, but now we're seeing Vengeance pick a kill onto Jonesy after Jonesy picks up a kill onto let's see who that Thatcher is.
Oh, that'd be Vengeance. Oh no,
yeah,
Sledge.
sorry.
That'd be Sledge on Vengeance. Oh, Thatcher. Okay, that was call outs, my bad.
Okay, sorry,
I saw the gray.
Looks like it's going to be Mirror and Bandit, both with 1 health. The Mirror will take out the Blitz, but the Black Mirror does get taken out now. And it will be a 2 versus 2, but it's not looking good. Bandit and Mirror both on minuscule health against the Glaz with such a high-powered weapon that's 1 shot each and they're dead. Even the SMG-11 will 1-shot them. So I can't imagine this will be a quick win, and there we go. Art and Vendors both picking a kill at the same time onto Altitude and Tiny, winning the round, making it match point 4-1 to AggressoR.
Yeah, that was Timmy getting picked off there at the end. So AggressoR win 4 rounds in a row. That's quite amazing. They pretty much flooded the whole dorms area with smoke. To help Glaz out with that thermal sight, and they went for the plant while all the site players are pretty much occupied by other directions. And you saw the Mirror playing on White Stairs. I believe she got flanked on White Stairs, so she had her hands full, and it looked like the diffuser just got planted unexpectedly.
But I wouldn't say unexpectedly. I think she did see it and she tried to get that C4, but it was hard to get the angle around because they planted kind of in front of that Mirror window. And I think she just struggled to get the angle she needed. But it's looking very good for AggressoR here, and they will be back downstairs. Maybe MaskOFF will have a comeback here. I'm not really sure. I mean, it's looking really good in the favor of AggressoR this time. I'm not quite sure MaskOFF will come back in this. I think Oregon is AggressoR's map, and I think they will probably take this, maybe this round or next. But I'm just seeing a very loose hold downstairs here. It looks like only the smoke. Maybe the Mirror will come back down or somebody else, but it looks like only the smoke is going to be downstairs right now. So it looks like the defenders are going to be running around upstairs, causing havoc and just wasting as much of the attacker's time as possible.
So perhaps the tides has turned. Saw MaskOFF dominate order. But it looks like now it's AggressoR's turn to win here on Oregon, as they are up 4-1. See if they can keep the trend going here. We're going to see AggressoR holding this meeting room pretty tight here with the mirror, looking into the lobby for information. That the Black Mirror doesn't really provide much more than that. You are able to get a toss. If you happen to open up the Black Mirror, you're able to toss C4 out down the staircase, and that wall is open. But that's about all you can really do from that Black Mirror. It's just pretty much there for information. I see the first minute come down here. Not much of a push. They did get the hatch open. It looks like they're just going to progress with the push down into the laundry.
But the mirror will see that. So you could see a collapse from the defenders. But as I said, Jonesy does pick up a kill onto the call-out. So there's no one in sight now. Vengeance will retrade onto Dave. But two of the defenders drop down the meeting hall to try and retake the site from the attackers. The diffuser has been planted, and we're seeing Castle and Bandit both trying to push out Jonesy here, who's stuck in the B site. Takes out Castle. Bandit will reach onto Jonesy. Altitude takes out Toasty. It's now a 2 versus 1. Bandit left alone against Altitude and Timmy here. It's looking like a tough call for AggressoR here. It's not likely to be a clutch. The diffuser's already halfway down and he has to take out 2 people. Now they're both above the hatch, holding the angles, and Timmy will pick up the kill onto Art, winning the round. MaskOFF coming back 1 round, making it 4-2. You could see a comeback here. Not quite sure yet.
Well, that certainly helps waiting around there. They haven't won since the very first round here on Oregon, so that's definitely a good sign for them. And a pretty strong push. It was executed pretty quickly, and this pretty much ignored the run game. That's the downside of this sealing off meeting and playing it so hard. Yeah, you can block it off all you want, but it's really up to the attackers to decide, okay, we're just going to ignore this presence here in meeting and the run game, and we're just going to push for site. Or are we actually going to push into meeting, which takes more time, and you're not sure if it's going to successfully work or not. And most of the time, you actually see the attackers just push for site and not really worry about meeting at all. And it's really up for the defenders if they want to try to contest that or just drop down into site, because they do have access to both.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting flashbacks to the APAC Pro League where Mindfreak, I think it was Mindfreak or Cryptic, I'm not quite sure, but one of them rushed down and there was nobody in sight at all apart from one guy. I think it was the smoke. So it's pretty much the exact same situation right there. And you see the attackers become defenders, and suddenly they're having to attack their own site as the plant goes down. And it's a big struggle. I think defenders sometimes can get so tunnel vision in having a top 4 presence above the site on the downstairs site. They can actually get in the way of their defense.
Yeah, I happen to remember that rush down into sight, and I was actually amazed that actually happened, but I don't think we're going to see anything that crazy here. But
I mean, that's pretty much what just happened there. You saw they did droning, they realized no one's in sight, and 4 of them just rush in. I mean, it wasn't quite as successful as Mindfreak or Cryptic who was attacking that round, because it did come down to a 2v1, but at the end of the day they did rush in and they killed the one guy on site. They planted and the defenders picking the attackers. So it's quite similar when you think about it. But we're not going to be seeing the mirror played here by AggressoR. Instead, sorry, by having a mind blank. MaskOFF, sorry. And they're sorry, I just hit my microphone there. And it looks like they're going to be playing the pulse for the information rather than wasting a mirror. Because as you said, that mirror can't really do much except gain information. If you can do the same job with pulse, there's no point wasting a mirror on it.
And we're about halfway through the round, not much action yet. It looks like AggressoR's trying to work with the meeting hall there. It looks they might actually push into it. Definitely thinking about it. Just gonna rush down the laundry stairs and try to burn those remote smoke grenades. I won't say it smack. From Dave. You're gonna see Nile gaining information as Pulse has a nice place for him to sit. And he also has a nitro cell to assist him. But you're gonna see Glaz just staring down into laundry. Altitude is going to be holding the meeting room, but it's not probably going to do too much unless someone happens to rotate over there. Still got a minute left, so it's a long time to hold off this attack here. Looks like they're going to try to go for the plant right now. Timmy sneaking his way up. I see Call's going to kill. Timmy going to get one onto Ash there.
Dave also picks up one with his smoke grenade onto Toasty. The plant has gone down, however, sacrificing himself for that. Now the defenders, 4 versus 3, have to retake the site and get that diffuser destroyed. It looks like Jonesy will get 2 kills out to McLovin and Art, leaving no one alive now as Timmy finished off callouts, and that means they can just destroy the diffuser. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a possible overtime here from MaskOFF as they bring back that round to 4-3. Really nice retake there from MaskOFF. You see Jonesy really pushing up, getting rid of that blitz, and I think it was the Glaz playing on the stairs. I think really clutching that round out for his team. And I think we're going to could possibly seeing a nice comeback here from MaskOFF.
Yeah, it was a really nice flank by Timmy there just to distract the attackers for a little bit there that were just looking down into the hatch of laundry. It was just enough time for the other defenders to go for the diffuser and get a couple kills there to finish off the round. So a successful round for MaskOFF, and they're going to be bringing it back here 2 rounds in a row. Can they make it go to overtime? We'll have to see this round. It's going to be the biggest round so far.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
Yeah,
by
this is
attackers.
going to mean a lot for MaskOFF. If they can bring this back, they could potentially then get 2-map lead, which could mean a lot because they'll be on series match point, and they could close out this final in 3 maps. But I imagine AggressoR are going to really try and push this map out, this round out now, and gain that map so they're not in that position, and so they can try and get into the match point for the series.
And it looks like both teams are pretty keen on their roster selection for operators. You've seen a lot of vigil play here, actually. Not really the most... you usually don't see vigil all too often here on Oregon. You see him, splashed in here and there by teams, but it's really up to them to decide if they want to use him or not. No Ella being played. Interesting enough. It seems like this might be my observation, but it looks like teams might be deciding not to use Ella just because they're fearing her slight nerf to her Scorpion. Well, slight. It's quite a dramatic recoil change for her. But I've been seeing a lot of visual play than Ella.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but in a way, for this map, Vigil can make sense because a lot of the flank areas can be easily cut off. So being able to cloak yourself and make it really hard to be kind of cornered in. You know, if you're trying to play towards a small tower, it's easy, you can just cut that off, hold an angle, but with the Vigil, it makes it a lot harder for the attackers to pinpoint where the roamer will be playing. And we're going to be seeing all the way downstairs there in the basement. And obviously the attackers won't know where he's going to be coming from because they can't drone him. And I think that's why Vigil can be really effective for this map. Because you can't just cut off the roamers like you can any other roamer. Vigil's individual, and I think that's why he's so underrated for comp play. His ability to waste time or come unexpectedly from an area they don't expect can be really helpful for a team. In the last minute we've seen already AggressoR bring back some matches because they just weren't quite ready.
And you actually saw that MaskOFF was wasting some time over by Red Tower. It looks like they're all over towards the main building now as Nelly gets a pick on the callouts. But yeah, Vigil can definitely make the attackers question themselves. As you see Vengeance here in Classroom, he's going to be playing under Master. He does have 2 impacts with him, so he's able to open the floor when needed to, but he's just kind of play cool. He might actually go up the stairs, but he's just able to waste so much time if the attackers are worried about him. And Timmy's actually going to be playing underneath in kitchen and get a pick off the Nile who was trying to repel in, I believe. Here you guys see.
I think Timmy's upstairs. I think that was Bandit playing. I'm not quite
yeah,
sure.
that was wrong call there. That was Toast. Toasty actually got the kill.
Yeah.
But you're seeing the diffuser go down here. 4 on 2 in favor of AggressoR. 3 on 2. Dave gets the pick on the Toasty and Art.
Really nice shots from Dave here.
He's bringing it back.
He will get killed. Now it's a 2 versus 1. Will Capital on low health. No, he won't get the club. McLovin takes him out, and that will be game for Aggressor. They will bring it back. It will now be 1-1 maps, and we will be going to Cafe. Not on match point, or close to match point. It looks like we could be seeing all 5 maps being played tonight, which I'm sure will be very exciting.
Now, this is probably the most exciting map I'm waiting for here on Cafe, because I really haven't seen much Cafe from Cassie here on ESA. Teams tend not to like it since it's you usually just have to like kind of just jump in onto site or just rappel in. You kind of have to work your way in. There's no real good entry point, you can say. But great series so far. It's tied up 1-1 in maps here. Again, best of 5. So this isn't the last map coming up here. So we could potentially see 5 maps. We're going to take a quick break for the players since it's going to be a long match here. So we'll probably take a couple minute break here.
Yeah, I think we'll still be kind of analysing, but the game won't be starting for another, I think it's 3-5 minutes. I'm not quite sure. Are we taking a break as well? Sorry, I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, we could probably take a couple minute break. Just do a couple things we need to, but yeah, just stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back very quickly. So just wait.
Yeah, it's only gonna be a couple minutes.
And we are back. We are tied up 1-1 here with MaskOFF against AggressoR. Best of 5. We are going to be heading to Cafe, map number 3. Again, I'm one of your casters, Slash here, along with Madams.
Yeah, hello.
And again, just to give a shout out to Tedious for hosting us. He is the one sharing his screen to us, so we can all see it. Yeah, I'm sure it's not the most luxurious thing to do, but appreciate what he does for us.
Yeah, it helps us do our job properly. If we're not focusing on trying to get the right camera angles, he can do that for us, and we can just talk away.
Yeah, it helps us out a lot, actually. So we're gonna be starting here on Cafe, like I said, and I am super excited to cast for this map because I haven't seen Cafe and probably me casting Cafe. A lot of teams tend not to like this map, which is quite understandable because it's kind of hard to get an entry point. The best way to get inside the map is really just to drop into red stairs, and other than that, you don't really have too many comforting entry points.
Yeah, as you say, Cafe is not the kind of most popular map, but I think it's becoming one of the more interesting ones as we're seeing kind of more and more strats develop. We're seeing also different mirror placements. We're seeing mirrors being moved away from the bathroom and being further back, as we see as Toasty doing right now in the White Stairs hallway, at the top of White Stairs, looking through the stock room into library, not library, piano room, sorry. You know, so it's just kind of an ever-changing sight. We're seeing, oh, it looks like Call Up has lagged out from the game. I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing any rehost.
Yeah, we'll probably need a rehost. Yeah, you'll lagged out. So. Yeah,
Okay.
we're probably going to rehost. Another delay.
Obviously, they're going to have to put the same operators and do the same strat. Are we going to be stopping this before they see too much of the strat?
Oh, it says it's not the 14, 15.
Oh,
not
okay.
first 15 seconds. So I guess they're just gonna try to go with it. Not sure who he was, but
Fallouts is normally playing Smoke. I think he's played Smoke in every defense, but so that's going to put a lot of utility back for the team. It's going to be a big loss. It's a shame to lose someone like that, especially on such an important game being the final.
Attackers have located a bomb.
yes, and we're gonna see Art get a pick on the Timmy with the Nitro Cell. I'm not really too sure where that was. That was from probably underneath. As you can see, he is using his cardiac sensor under the floorboards to track the attackers right under red stairs. So they're one good entry point. He's sitting directly under it. We're gonna see Vengeance.
Going to go through the hole. Not me. We're seeing that man count disadvantage there not mattering here, as they've already managed to bring it back in their favor in terms of man count. It's a shame they don't have their fifth, because it would be a really strong position right now for them, but unfortunately they are still a man down. They will be 4-2, and Art will pick up another kill onto Melee here, and it's just going to be Twitch and Glass trying to push through Cigar here. The diffuser is in sight, and now we're seeing 4 defenders. Vengeance will pick up the kill onto Dave, and now it's just the Twitch pushing into 4 defenders here. It's looking very strong here for AggressoR. They have not lost someone to another player. They've only lost 1 to lag here, so it's looking very strong for the first round for them.
Yes, this attack has been completely neutralized. No one getting kills, and it's gonna get to see another kill by Vengeance. So yeah, complete massacre for the defense onto the attackers. Not even getting a single kill. They didn't really make much progress beyond red stairs. They were able to open up the piano wall, but other than that, they didn't get much ground.
Yeah, no, that was a really solid defense there. Art using the C4 really effectively with his cardiac sensor to kill one, and then Vengeance managed to abuse that hole from beneath, using that Scorpion effectively to take out another one, and the remaining attackers just weren't able to push, losing their gunfights to Vengeance and Art. Sorry, I forgot his name for a second there. But now we're going to be seeing MaskOff's approach to this upstairs hold now. It looks like we're going to be seeing something similar here. We're going to be seeing a castle come out. I'm not sure. I don't think we saw a castle last round. I'm not quite sure who callouts was, but I imagine he was a smoke because he's played smoke every defensive round, pretty much, as far as I know. So castle could help out a lot here to kind of neutralize this attack. It looks like they're going to have to pull a lot out. It looks like AggressoR might have done a lot of strats for this map. Maybe they're more prepared for this map than MaskOFF, because as you say, it's not as popular as a map. But obviously being a best of 5, it's a lot more likely to be played than you'd like normally in a best of 3.
You're seeing Montaigne come out here for the attackers. You usually don't see Montaigne much in the meta, but you're seeing Toasty using him. Something interesting was during the invitationals for Rainbow Six Siege Pro League, you saw Penta using Montaigne quite extensively, and they were able to abuse him here to march down drop down the red stairs, and then just march his way through piano into white hallway. So I wonder if they're gonna try to do the same thing here, because this puts a lot unnecessary pressure on the defenders. I'm gonna see Vengeance try to toss a frag grenade into the bathroom. Not gonna connect, but he might have busted open that castle barricade. You're seeing Altitude aggressively peeking from white stairs into the south windows. No one's there anymore, but it looks like this is heavily decided on this east side of the map by the cocktail bar, but no frag grenades from the attackers other than Vengeance. So if he was to say stand outside of the east or rappel on the east windows and toss a frag grenade, they might get a pick, but you know, there is Dave with Jaeger, so.
Looks like we'll get a pick onto Mirror. Not quite sure where she was there, but it was the glass. I imagine she was near sight. Oh, looks like Vengeance will die to the smoke there, getting caught through a wall. But I mean, like I say, it's interesting to bring the Montaigne. It's kind of necessary. See how effective these mirrors can be at holding off an attack. And that Montaigne, obviously the bandit that's making it a bit harder for them than it should be, but the Montaigne will allow them to push through into piano a lot easier and get those people off those mirrors. But obviously the bandit making their job quite hard at the moment. And it looks like Timmy's just going to dig in, and they're going to get the crossfire with the smoke on the mirror and Timmy on there. And it looks like Toasty will get lit up again with more of the toxic babes. And it looks like the attack is going to be completely denied here, as Toasty is going to be on extremely low health. Blackbeard's on low health, and there's going to be 4 defenders that set up really well for crossfire positioning.
Yeah, I think this was a successful push as long as if Toasty wasn't, or Timmy wasn't there as bandit, well, he's going to be playing in the piano bar. Just wasted a ton of time, over a minute, down to 20 seconds left. So there's going to have to be a push here, and they're getting too distracted with him. Nilay will get a pick on a heart. Carlos flagging out once again with 10 seconds left. We're going to see Dave drop McLovin, and Timmy is going to finish it off. So MaskOFF is able to win that round with an excellent defense. So we're going to probably need a rehost.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing that round be uncounted for. I imagine he left right at the end, so it wouldn't really have mattered there. I think they will keep the same score, so it will be 1-1. Is that how it's going to work?
Yeah, I believe so, because I don't think they would have made it much further. They did lose a player, but they pretty much had 10 seconds to get into sight and get the diffuser off. So it wasn't really looking good for AggressoR there, but it is quite unfortunate that they did lose a player there. But yes, we will be having a rehost. So another time eating situation we're having here. But overall, an amazing match for the finals of the Contender series so far. It's been pretty back and forth. For the most part, we're only on the 3rd map on Cafe, so you know, we could still have a couple more matches here.
Yeah, it's rather annoying that we're having a best of 5 match and we're running into so many technical issues that's just delaying it even further, but I'm sure we'll get to the end and we'll crown a winner of this contested series here. I'll be try and get the team back in. It will be 1-1, but we'll keep track of that. I think will it be saying it's 0-0 again on the scoreboard? Okay, we'll say 1-1. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you saw the Montaigne strat coming out for Aggressor, but it didn't really work because I believe that was Toasty playing as Bandit and Piano Bar and just wasting so much time. You couldn't really push with Montaigne with his back turn. So you pretty much had to walk into a crossfire if you want to enter Piano. I think he should have just probably just ignored it and just try to walk into the main bar area of the.
Again, it didn't. If Bandit was kind of peeking around aggressively, getting that wide angle. If he did try and just push into the site, he could have got shot in the back by the Bandit. I think it was just a really difficult position for the attackers. I think Montaigne is now really good for attacking upstairs, but MaskOFF played that really well by having that Bandit just entrenched in there because it did allow them to get that crossfire off. Normally, you would see no one there, and then Montaigne would be able to just push through Piano, push up to that mirror, and kind of scare the person off the mirror or kind of bait them into peeking that glass, and that would have been a successful push. But I think I can't quite remember who was playing Bandit, but they did a really good job. I think it might be Nile. I mean, they just really
I
won
believe
that
it
round
was.
out. Was
It
it
was actually
Dave?
Timmy.
Oh yeah, it was Timmy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Timmy
so
did a great job, but I think Aggressor could have pinched him off if they actually had IQ on the South Rappel. So I think if she actually just shot into the bar area, that could
Yo,
have
I only
distracted
got one of
Timmy
them, man.
for someone to potentially push, or he could have gotten the kill himself. But they actually had no one on the rappel
No,
out there,
but
so
he's
that
the guy that
didn't
keeps
really give him a
disconnecting.
crossfire onto Timmy. They able to seal the kill.
we did have a Glad on that window, but he was playing on the south or east side. Not quite sure which one it
That
is.
was the west side, I believe.
Oh, west side, yeah. And so he had the angle on the mirror, but I don't think he could quite get the angle in the Bandit. So I think they did attempt that, but I think it's just a shame. They should have been able to get that round off, like you said. If they just put the glass on the other window around the corner, and they'd have been able to just cut that Bandit off, finish him off, and then continue the push using Monty. But as I said, that didn't. And as you said, it didn't happen, and it just allowed them to kind of just hold off the attackers until it was too late. And obviously, in the end, callouts did lag out, so now we're going to be doing a rehost.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see more from Cafe. It's been in the game forever and it hasn't really changed the map anyways, but you're seeing things change slightly between strats. This game's always evolving, by the way, so you're obviously going to see changes here and there, and then teams figuring out new things. But it's just amazes me that this is the third season, year 3, and we're still constantly seeing all these changes happen in Cafe. Like, you see constant growth on these maps.
Yeah, I think maybe because it is more of the one of the more less popular maps, it allows for that kind of growth and development. Because when you do see it, the newer stuff that probably you would have seen if it was being played more, you get to see again. You get to see kind of brand new. But yeah, I think it's really interesting. Like the lesser played maps, that's why I love seeing maps on Cafe, Coastline. Trying to think of maybe some of the other lesser played maps. Not quite, can't think of any off the top of my head, but those maps are normally the more interesting maps because on Bank, because you don't get to see this often. They're not often played in comp, so it's normally the most fun ones to kind of cast and watch as a spectator because you just get to see some really new, interesting stuff come out that you don't normally see in ranked or you don't normally see because obviously it's not played often in comp. That's why I was so excited for the invitational final to deciding match to be Coastline because we didn't get any Coastline play the whole invitational, and then the big final decider is Coastline. So I think that was really interesting, and I think it shows a lot to the casters, to the teams, to the spectators, and I think it's a really cool experience to see kind of these less known strats come out.
Yeah, from watching the invitationals, I was able to take a lot of notes, and I saw a lot of cool things happen. So I'm interested to see what can come out of that and see how other teams adapt as well to new things they saw. But we have everyone in here, and we should be starting very soon. Probably in a couple minutes once all the players are ready. And we'll get right back into it 1-1 on Cafe.
Yeah, hopefully Callouts will manage to stay in the game. I'm not quite sure if he's having router problems or he's just individually struggling to connect to the server here, but hopefully we can stay away from more rehosts and get the ball rolling again, because we still got to do at least another 3 maps now.
Well, if it comes to it, yeah. we're in
Oh
for
yeah,
a
yeah.
couple
Sorry,
hours, probably.
it could be 2 maps. Sorry, I forgot about that. My mind's a bit tired.
Yeah, you do happen to live in the EU for, if anyone happen to not notice through your accent.
Yeah.
So it's probably pretty late for you.
I mean, yeah, it'd be a problem if I wasn't trying to fix my sleep schedule, but it's fine. It's not going to affect me too much here, and we're going to get back straight into it. And it looks like we're going to be seeing Aggressor on defense, as they did lose that attack. Yes, we're going to be resuming 1-1, what does say 0-0. And it looks like we're seeing, oh yeah, except to pretend they obviously won the upstairs. So that we are going to be seeing a fireplace and train mining room hold here from Aggressor. Now, I normally like seeing this room a lot in Cafe, because I feel like this room gets a lot of like weird, kind of wacky strats. I've seen a lot of people like put mirrors in the fireplace, looking out all the way into pillars, opening up the reading room walls. And I've seen like just other like random peek holes, angles, and just, I mean, this site has to kind of makes the defenders become a lot more versatile, because I think it's a lot easier for the attackers to attack onto. So the defenders have to do some more kind of spicy strats to kind of win out the round.
Yeah, it can be quite hard to hold on to the top floor on this site anyways as a defender, because you can easily get pinched due to all the windows and different angles you can get shot from, such as piano. But you can probably play in the white stairs area by cocktail with the black mirror. I'm not sure if that's actually set up, but I think it is.
It looks like it is, yeah. Because they got the holes open, they're looking into piano. Again, I think this is quite similar to border, the border ventilation and workshop defense, where you kind of treat upstairs like it's a site. Maybe not as much utility as you would in border, but you kind of treat upstairs like it's like a site. You try and hold off upstairs as long as you can, and then you drop down or die trying to kind of just drop back off and not waste your life. But that mirror will get taken out actually, so this could make the attack very successful very quickly, and it's going to make the mirror shot very hard to hold off in. He's going to see Toasty just trying to tuck up in that bar stock room, maybe trying to surprise. Oh no, she did just drop. So it's going to leave Bandit, I believe, just left alone upstairs in the cocktail bar. Oh no, he's dropped as well. Okay, so just that one twitch drone, getting that one mirror, has led to both defenders just falling off and giving the attackers all upstairs, and that can be very devastating for a hold like this, because the players like Buck and Glaz, they can just open up the floor. Hibana can get the hatch, and it makes it very hard to sit in sight, and it just kind of all of a sudden becomes a retake strategy for the defenders, as they have to push back onto the attackers in sight a lot of the time.
Yeah, we're gonna see each other. So you guys a couple kills there.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's fine. He's able to get 2, but now 3. It's now 5v2. He's doing all the work. He's now in sight. Can he get a 4th? He gets the 4th on the Toasty. That's 5v1, 50 seconds left. Can he get the 5k? It's only up to Art, who's the bandit playing in Laundry, I believe. And he's going to be peeking around the corner, trying to see. I wonder where the diffuser is. Delay's going to get messed by some shots, but Jonesy's going to get the ace by finishing off Art. And you just went on a complete rampage, just charging into sight. You almost looked, as your typical Ash main.
Yeah, that's me saying that upstairs will be the problem for the defenders, but clearly just Ash running into sight and getting an ace, doing what Ash does best. And we're seeing some good sportsmanship coming out there, as Callout says good job to Jonesy, and that was definitely a good job. I don't think the defenders were quite expecting that. I mean, he kind of almost missed his shot somewhere, like on the mirror, but he in the end, kind of won that out, leaving the bandits stuck inside the laundry room.
Yeah, so it says 1-0 right now in favor of MaskOFF, but we actually played 2 rounds before and it was tied 1-1. So now it's actually in favor of MaskOFF. Or was that? Yes, MaskOFF. Yeah, MaskOFF is leading 2-1 now. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, now we're going to be seeing MaskOFF go for a downstairs holders again. They have to kind of pretend they did just win upstairs, because technically they did. So yeah, they're going to be trying to do their downstairs hold, see if it's any more successful than AggressoR's. Hopefully they won't let an Asher rush into the site. I mean, there is no Asher in the team, but let's just hope they don't let the other attackers kind of bully them in the site, push them out, and win.
10 seconds remaining.
Now, about similar operators coming out for the defense as we saw last round, different teams, but similar operators. I've seen them. We're probably going to get placed in the same places. Might see one being placed in the White Stairs cocktail area. We'll have to wait and see. We're seeing Art coming out here as Jackal. Interesting pick. Jackal is, I think he's a pretty decent operator because he can get a couple defenders who run up the stairs.
Made that one tiny peek hole just for it to be opened up there. Sorry, I just found that amusing.
Passive aggressive hole there.
But I've seen actually quite a lot of Jackal played on this map. I think we saw NVK play Jackal a lot on this map in the Invitational Finals, because this map is really good for roamers, as the 2 staircases make it really easy to just flank up and around, and you have the middle staircase as well, and you can jump over pillars, and there's just, this map is very fluid, I think, for roamers. And there's a lot of easy ways you can get around, unlike Oregon, where you can easily be cut off into one section of the map, and Clubhouse, where if you're upstairs roaming, you can be cut off and pinched in there. It's kind of really easy to get around. And we're going to see a frag up, but bounces out. Altitude does pick up onto Toasty. He drops the grenade. There will be someone playing on the White Stairs window. Doesn't look like Timmy would expect it though, because the confrontation between them, nothing's happened so far. Looks like Timmy just backed off into piano. He is peeking onto it though. It looks like they know there could be a black bit on that window. Don't be peeking that, so it does take off and switch his shields. It looks like he did take some shots. But it's looking good for MaskOFF currently. They did pick up someone already. It's halfway into the round, and the attackers haven't made any good ground into upstairs or downstairs or anywhere in that regard. They're still stuck on the roof, on the windows. And now they've only got a minute left to kind of push in, take out the roamers, and get onto the site and plant or finish off the remaining defenders. It's going to be a tough job for AggressoR here.
Interesting angle being seen here by Altitude. He's turning his back to piano. I'm not sure if he has something to stand behind. He's turning his back to look at the cocktail window, see if anyone's peeking through there. He's actually going to drop off here into the lobby. It looks like the top floor is taken over by the attackers of AggressoR.
Timmy will pick up the counter vengeance, however. I think that's quite clever of them though. Instead of trying to challenge and lose their lives, they kind of drop off, leaving the attackers only 40 seconds to get their prep done for upstairs. Although Timmy did stay upstairs on 1 health, taking out callouts. Now 5 versus 2. Jackal and Blackbeard. Looks like Jackal will be injured by Timmy, leaving just the Blackbeard alone as he retraded onto the Jaeger with minimal health and no shields remaining by the looks of it. He will try and go for the revive onto the Jackal. There looks like there will be somebody playing and reading, or near reading. It looks like it will be Altitude. And now Art and McLovin have to take on a 2 versus 4 with no hatch taken out so far, no vertical play, and 4 healthy defenders in sight, ready to take him out. As I say that, McLovin team kills Art. I didn't expect his own teammate to come running around, and the timer will run out, leaving just Blackbeard alive to not plant and not die. Really? I wanted to quite see how that happened there.
After he picks his teammate up, he decides to finish him.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? No. You can stay down. I don't need you. But that's rather unfortunate. I think he probably just got a bit surprised when the Jackal dropped the hatch. Rather unfortunate. I mean, I don't think they had much of a chance anyway in terms of winning that round out, but it will now be 3-1 to MaskOFF. Looking like they're in a very strong position here, almost on match point. AggressoR gonna have to pull out some other strats here if they want to get through. And as I say that, they are bringing in Echo, so they are changing up, you know, making the lineup a little bit different. And a pulse. I mean, we did see a pulse before, but they are changing up. And we're seeing, you know, they're kind of recognizing MaskOFF are in the lead, and they're kind of starting to gain dominance. And I guess they're just going to change the strat, try and shake MaskOFF off, see what they can do now. Now they get to go top 4 again.
Yes, you're seeing no Jaeger here from the defenders, but they don't have to worry about too much because MaskOFF is not bringing. Oh no, that'll be AggressoR. AggressoR's not bringing a fragging operator such as Sledge or Buck. No, this is a really strong map. Oh, that's.
Yeah, MaskOFF is on the top.
Oh, my bad.
That's fine.
The names are a little fuzzy for me, so it's hard to see a little bit here.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, MaskOFF not bringing a fragging operator or operator with frags. You guys can just get the headshot of the Jonesy to the little drone hole.
Peek there.
Yeah, I've never seen a kill come out from that angle.
I mean, I've seen it, but normally it's the other way around. Normally it's the defender with their feet getting shot through. Really well played there by Vengeance, kind of, you know, like foreseeing that peek from Thatcher and just waiting for him to peek her instead of waiting for her to peek the other way around. You understand what I'm trying to say? I mean, you say there's no fragging operators, but Twitch is arguably one of the best fragging in the game, with the F2 being as strong as it is. Obviously, it will be receiving a nerf, I think Ubisoft has said in the future. So she will be firing onto the Ella, and they're missing their shots, and they're kind of trading off here. Nileo Capital is going to be pushing in, trying to push them out. It's kind of dangerous for him to be, with all his utility still left, he still has all 4 of his types of firebolts, and he's going to be pushing that Ella without using any of them as flashbangs. That's a lot of utility to waste to an Ella, rather than trusting the Twitch.
It'll be interesting to see if Nilay actually ends up on the East Repel that happened, that, you know, try to cut off Toasty here. If it happens to flame bowl him, you can secure a kill quite easily. It's probably not gonna happen. We're a minute and a half into the round. Dave gonna get the pistol kill. The pistol, actually PMM, is coming back to haunt. Delay is able to take down Art. Going for another one, and he's able to kill Toasty.
It looks like Sight has been hijacked now. Callouts will retrade onto Timmy, however, but Dave and his PMM. A true couple. He will go for the smoke. He does run out the shots, however. Goes for a knife. The smoke will pull out a shotgun and down Dave. That's the one downside to that PMM. Not a big mag capacity, only 9 or 8 bullets, I think. But the smoke will be on extremely low health now, and the Twitch will refrag, leaving just the Ella alone. And now it looks like the plant will go down in sight. Oh! Nile gets taken out by the smoke on repel, so now it's a 1v1. Vengeance on extremely low health here. And the plant does go down. The Claymore will go down, exposing herself a little bit. Now, 2 of the best fraggers for the attackers and the defenders will face off each other. They're sneaking right next to each other, just don't quite know it. Twitch will come back off, sees the tip of the head and gets Vengeance, winning the round, making it 4-1 to MaskOFF there. So I'm going to go to match point. And we're seeing MaskOFF close the widen the gap between them and AggressoR for Cafe.
Yeah, so they'll be leading 4-1 here. MaskOFF looking very strong. Again, there's contested rounds. There's been a couple, but leaning towards MaskOFF. So maybe they're able to clutch out like 1v1 situations a little bit more often than AR, or it just happens to be going their way. But we've been seeing a lot of good rounds here so far. And we saw Vengeance get kick the round off. We saw Vengeance get the little nice peek through the drone hole and secure a kill. I haven't really seen that happen for a defender. Seen defenders die from that hole, but not working the other way around.
Yeah, that was an interesting round. It kind of seemed promising for AggressoR, but I think we're seeing a lot of this from AggressoR. You know, they have such an aggressive playstyle that it kind of they get the early pit or 2 and then they kind of throw it. MaskOFF's been able to capitalize off their aggressive playstyle. It seems they can always bring it back. We see Dave there with his you know, legendary PMM just push into sight aggressively back, and they just weren't expecting it. He's able to pick up 2 people, almost 3. So it was really impressive there by Dave, and I think AggressoR just needs to play a bit more passive maybe. I think MaskOFF really know like what they're doing in terms of just holding off the rounds and holding off Aggressor.
Yeah, so watch out for Dave with the PMM if you happen to phase him, because that's probably his more threatening weapon than his DMR, or he's making it seem like it anyways. Never seen someone use that pistol so effectively. Well, anyways, with this round,
teabagging coming out from altitude, and Jonesy, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I don't know if they think it's that in the bag. They can, you know, just have a quick dance around.
It's just a quick celebration that they're in the finals, I guess. Yeah. But we're a minute into the round. He's opening some interesting peeks down into reading room above in cocktail, and Timmy's gonna get lit up here in piano. Potentially get pinched, but he's playing this pretty aggressively. I have to hide on a cigar.
With the Blackbeard. Suppress SR25. Not sure if that was meant to happen. The suppress is gonna drop the damage down, but either way, it's a preference. It's probably still around a 2-3 shot kill there. But it looks like Timmy's gonna get very aggressive. He's on low health and he's picking glasses and Blackbeards. Maybe not the wisest. But either way, I think AggressoR struggling to push here. Timmy not quite able to get the same crossfire he got before, but there's no Montaigne this time, so there's no need for that crossfire. It looks like they're going to be going for a red set. Those callouts will be drawing out the bandit, and Vengeance will draw out the bandit. They won't be able to get the twitch drone onto the mirror. That's some really good play there by the bandit. Just make sure that mirror stays intact, because with that mirror intact, it can keep them away from piano.
Be interesting to see if anyone happens to repel on the east side by the stairs, just to get the kill there. And you're gonna see Dave get a couple kills on the Arden callouts, making a 5v3, 45 seconds left. He's playing right behind the bomb, so a little nice angle there into Cigar. And it looks like it's pretty heavily on the south side.
Looks like McLovin will take him out from Cigar Lounge. Interesting, I didn't know you could get that angle, but either way, it's still 4 versus 3. The mirrors are still intact, the smokes are still there. It looks like this could be the end of the cafe for AggressoR here, and it looks like we could be seeing match point for maps for MaskOFF. We're seeing another team kill on AggressoR's side. They clearly have some beef with each other or something, but Timmy will clutch down onto Vengeance, avenging the fallen attacker. Not quite sure who got team killed there, but that will mean MaskOFF win that map. I believe that's now 2-1 in terms of maps to MaskOFF. So their match point
or
to the series.
I guess you can say map point.
Yeah, map point. Definitely can say that. I think it's really impressive showing here from MaskOFF. I'm not quite sure if we've been swapping attackers and defenders like we're meant to, but what was that we saw? Was that a 5-1, 5-2?
That was 5-1.
5-1, yeah.
So MaskOFF winning every single round after the rehost. Pretty one-sided there.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of these games being really tilted towards MaskOFF. MaskOFF winning their first game 5-0, winning the second game 5-1, and now the game they lost was 5-3. So they were a lot closer to bringing them back than AggressoR have been on both their losses. So I think MaskOFF definitely have the edge so far in this series, and I would probably imagine that MaskOFF will win this series. I imagine they probably will win it here on Consulate, but not quite sure. I don't know the teams well enough to know what kind of strats they have. And we could see some really interesting stuff come out here from AggressoR for Consulate. I mean, the runouts and aggressive playstyle can work really well in the favor of the defenders if AggressoR can nail it, and MaskOFF aren't quite covering them.
Yeah, Consulate's kind of similar to Cafe in ways where there's no real good way to get inside the building, and you just have to kind of work with windows with the top floor anyways. You're trying to enter into a meeting and console office. But, you know, MaskOFF, they're a map point now. So if they win one more map here, they will win the championship for the Contender series here on ESA. But it's not over yet, because AR is still in this, and they happen to win the next map. We'll go to map number 5 which is on Clubhouse. But right now we're going to Consulate. If it comes to it, we pretty late, but we'll be going to Clubhouse, and things will be decided there.
I'm sorry if Teed's Discord notifications have been driving anyone crazy. It appears he accidentally left his online on. Sorry about that if it's confused anyone. But I think he's turned them off now, so hopefully we won't have to hear that on the stream. Yeah, as you said, we will be going to Consulate.
You guys can keep them.
Oh, easy 5-0.
No. Yeah, put Nile on the other team.
Border thing, where if you're holding that bathroom area, you can somewhat control. Well, you can't really control, but you can just keep everyone off of looking down into sight. Because a lot of teams, they like this jump into piano room and just look down into the sight and deal with potential shock wire or shock charges or anything like that are blocking the way for thermite to get in. That's their primary way to deal with things, other than just wasting a Thatcher EMP or shock drone to try to deal with it. So it's a lot of interesting play going on there. But a lot of teams like to defend the top floor. It's really hard to attack the top floor. Because you pretty much have to float around on a windowsill and hope you can make your way in. And of course, never too comfortable. Never too comforting trying to rappel in. However, we're gonna get started here on Consulate, and it looks like AggressoR is gonna decide not to go to the top floor. They're gonna go to the garage and kitchen area. Didn't really expect this one to come out. It's a tactic to throw off MaskOFF.
Yeah, I think seeing a lot less play. I think we're seeing more lobby than garage. And a lot of COD players now. I've seen quite a lot of in the games I've been. A lot of people taking lobby now rather than garage. Just once you get that garage door open with a glass, as we do see on the enemy team, it becomes extremely hard to hold that garage door, and it makes it a lot easier for the attackers to get the palm down. And obviously, if the attackers can gain upstairs piano control, then it means the defenders have no way really of properly stopping it unless you have a good smoke player. But obviously, they're not playing smoke, so they might be relying on C4 from Valkyrie or Mirror.
And most importantly, there's no bandit, so they won't able to block off the garage. And it's gonna get opened up right now, thanks to Thermite's extra thermite charges. So this round's probably gonna be going on pretty quickly because they just already got both walls opened up in the first minute. So it's gonna gain access for Montaigne to march his way in. However, they're gonna have to be aware from the piano opening, thanks to Vigil. He's gonna be throwing above there and just trying to take advantage of the verticality, if I can pronounce that word right. So he's gonna be haunting around on the yellow stairs, waiting for anyone to push him. Still has a barbed wire, surprisingly.
Yeah, we're seeing some early picks coming out from the defending team. It looks like McLovin and like quite full quality right now. I can't quite see who the other player is, but they're getting it. Looks like Art both picking up kills onto Montaigne and Thermite, the plants early on. That's really good work there from the defenders. That means the diffuser is now stuck inside the objective with only 3 attackers left to push, and a mirror looking onto it. The Legion behind the white van, ready to push anyone who does happen to try and go in for the plant. I'm quite interested to see how they managed to get that Montaigne, and why he had his back to them, or whether that was a mirror from yellow stairs.
And here's the problem with attacking the site that you're already seeing here. If everyone's just trying to shove their way through the garage door, it's not going to work out too well. They did have the Montaigne, but they do have play from above to prevent that, or try to. And you're going to see Toasty take down Jonesy, and Dave Altitude getting a couple kills here. So now it's all up to Altitude, and he'd be killed by AR. So that will be AR's round from a great defense.
Yeah, we saw a really good angle there. I didn't quite see that before. That's really nice. Looking down from the hatch onto the piano. As you said, like, having control of piano and that, the vertical play can make or break a round for the defenders. And the attackers did not challenge that vertical play at all. I mean, even if they did, it would have been hard because the Ella was all the way on that top floor with an angle all the way to the bottom floor. It was really well played by that Ella. And it meant she could kill the Montaigne, I think, and that Twitch at the end there, and deny any kind of push or plant from the attackers. It was really well played.
Yeah, it really shows how good a team is if they're able to take advantage of that verticality aspect. And they certainly did there. So AggressoR winning the first round pretty one-sidedly. They get the garage door open up, but they said, hey, we're not going to freak out. We got this. And they held on to site pretty well. Thanks for the above play.
Yeah, I mean, I did try and say that defending is worse off now, especially once you get that garage door open, but as I said, I did say the attackers kind of needed top control to deny any kind of upstairs play, but that's what they didn't do. They didn't cut off any vertical play from the top from the defenders, which just allowed that Ella to kind of rip into them, and all the other defenders to push into them. It was kind of like spearing fish in a barrel for the Ella. I think next time MaskOFF push that against AggressoR, I think they're going to probably have a lot more focus on making sure there's no rumors upstairs and making sure they have none of that vertical play. But it does look like AggressoR will be playing the top floor as a site instead of as a peephole. They're not going to be bothering going downstairs or lobby. They're going to go with what is typically known as the most picked site. And you see the pulse here of Jonesy. They see the pulse here of Jonesy. I'm getting really confused here. No, I just realized AggressoR attacking now, not defending. So I'm getting tired now. But you can see the Jonesy coming up with the pulse scanner, getting out, and he sees the Ying on his drone and just comes out for aggressive pushes. It's really good play there. Here's the Hibana. Misses his shots, but goes for the push, but the Hibana will get him. Callouts killing Jonesy. Potato just a little bit too much, and Vengeance will pick up a kill onto Dave. Now it's looking really good here for AggressoR.
Yes, they are leading 4-2 with a minute and a half just about. It's a lot of frags coming here in the first half of the round. As you see Nile get the pick onto 11. So they'll bring it back a little bit, 3-2. But they still have to get inside of the building or top floor here because they're just hanging out on the windowsill. And they're gonna have to drone in and see if they're able to get in. Actually, you're gonna see Vengeance up the white stairs here. And he's peeking into the hallway. He might get a pick. See Altitude on the bathroom. Trying to contest that.
Oh, sorry. We've only 2 defenders left. It looks certain it will be clear to jump into admin, but as I say that, Nile will be playing downstairs, flanking, picking up onto Vengeance. Now Altitude will light up Toasty. Altitude taking shots himself though, however, and it's looking pretty close here as it's now 2 versus 2. He will get the C4 kill, and it's now 1 versus 1, and Altitude will pick up the kill onto Toasty. Really good round there from Altitude, just denying that plant there with the C4 and then finishing off Toasty with the MPX. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
That's all good. So MaskOFF with the clutch there. It was 4v2 in favor of Aggressor, but they wasn't gonna work out for them because they were able to clutch it out there when they were trying to get the defuse off. So now it's gonna be tied 1-1 here on Consulate going into round 3.
Yeah, as you said, pushing top floor as an attacker can be very hard. I've left to swing on windows or push in from admin, which leaves you 2 doorways towards the site, either directly into A from the top of these stairs, or down that long, narrow corridor which Valkyrie is playing with cams, I believe. Well, obviously the teammates are on cams calling out ready when to peek, which she used effectively to light up Toasty. So it was really well played there, and the Ella getting a really nice flank. Just Ella doing what Ella does best. But we are going to see now a lobby defense rather than a top 4 defense from Aggressor. Interesting that they're choosing to neglect top 4. As we said, it's normally the most favored site, but obviously they've had strats developed. And like I said, it's seeing a lot more play. I mean, it did see play in Pro League, but I think it's kind of making its way down now to other comp teams. It's kind of strats are being even like further developed. We're going to be seeing Echo possibly go for a spawn kill here. I mean, this site is known for needing like a good ACOG player just to hold those long angles, but as I say, that Toasty will just back off, get his drone out, not waste his utility too early into the round.
Yeah, a lot of the time you usually see the lower levels of comp, they tend not to like this site due to the fact that it seems to be rather uncomfortable to get attacked from underneath or above. But if a team's pretty mature and they can hold on to the site and the top 4 as you see here, it can work pretty well for the defenders. And you're going to be seeing, I believe that's MaskOFF making their way in with Montaigne once again into the yellow stairs, and it's probably going to march their way right into that will be a site by Piano. Already in the first minute here.
Defenders have got a crossfire developed. It looks like someone's at the top of bottom spiral. Jaeger's at the top, on the middle of yellow, with Echo peeking from bathroom. He will get a pick off onto the health of Timmy there, but Timmy will survive. And it looks like Fanwight's coming up for a refrag. Will pre-fire and take out McLovin. He is still on full health though. Montaigne and Twitch both get taken out by Toasty, and as I say that, Fanwight will get down by callouts, who will finish him off with a melee kill. And now it's looking really bad here for MaskOFF. Oh, we see the PMM come out from Dave, but it will not get any kills as usual. Jonesy picking up a kill now onto Art, and it's a 1 versus 2, but callouts drops into Jonesy's line of fire and kills him. And that will bring another round for Aggressor.
Yeah, that's the downsides for just going straight to site, like we talked about. It seems that MaskOFF is just seemingly ignoring the top floor play. The last time they attacked, they just marched their way into garage and got taken out from above. This time, they marched in from yellow stairs to go into piano, and they got taken out from yellow stairs. So it seems that they might have to adjust their attack strat. Maybe not use Montaigne and go with someone that can work the windows or outside play a little bit better, because you can't just go inside the easy peasy pretty much. You have to work from the top down in most scenarios.
Yeah, I mean Montaigne can work well. I just think, I don't know if it was sloppy droning or just kind of sloppy decision making, just to completely ignore the defenders there, because they had no idea that Jaeger says the Montaigne pushed forward with his back to Jaeger. It was only because Jaeger just didn't have quick enough reactions that he didn't get the kill onto the Montaigne straight away. And I think it was really kind of poor reconnaissance gathering there from MaskOFF. You know, there was like three areas of crossfire being set up from the defenders, and they kind of didn't know about any of them. So I think Montaigne could have worked well if they kind of did the right droning and they did the right push at the right time, rather than just kind of all just packing into yellow stairs and hoping to pile into the site.
And also not applying any pressure elsewhere, so it's going to be pretty easy for the defenders to collapse onto their push.
Seeing the suppressor here, it's interesting. I don't know what kind of benefit they get out of suppressor. I don't know if it does decrease this recoil some way, or if they've not having any threat indicators for the defenders. I'm not quite sure, but certainly interesting. I've not seen so many suppressors played on one team. But it looks like we're going to see effective droning here from Aggressor. It looks like 3, maybe 4 drones on the top floor, and they've completely cleared it out. And they know they're not there. Something that MaskOFF should be doing, and now they're going to go through top floor, and they're going to work their way down by the looks of it, rather than just trying to go straight into sight, into their death. So that's probably a lot more of a better decision to do. It does look like there's an Ella and Visa. It looks like Neela's going to be playing in there. I think she did get droned out, however. I'm going to see Dave looks like AFK.
He's letting Yokai do the rest.
Yeah. Efficiency is clever laziness, I guess. But he is back now by the looks of it. And he does retreat back down. I imagine he was droned and he wasn't going to risk his life being cornered in Visa just to get killed without any refrag. So we're going to see callouts. Getting open the hatches now. AggressoR, a really strong start to the round. Getting all the droning out. Getting rid of the Romans. The Romans just not challenging at all either. They kind of just see they get droned out and they're like, okay, I'm just going to back off. But as I say that, it looks like Altitude will get a C4 kill onto someone in Piano who's obviously trying to deny that bandit trick. Looks like Thermite will get the right wall, however. Oh, he gets to the bandit trick but realizes he would not get it in time, so we'll get the right wall. Someone is in Piano. Looks like Hibana now, trying to deny any more bandit tricks with the left wall.
You're actually seeing McLovin on the top stairs repel from the west side, and he's just trying to cut off any rotations. He's actually going to get off that now, due to the 45 seconds now. But he's that's just to cut off any rotations from the top floor if anyone happens to go on that way.
Jonesy picking aggressively and picking up a double kill, leaving 2 attackers left to push. There's one outside of Sophia. Jonesy getting a really nice flick onto her, and then we'll get down by the Hibana, but then looks like Timmy will come and save Jonesy before she can finish him off. And that will be a very decisive round there for MaskOFF. I think AggressoR had all the sets up there, but maybe wasted a bit too much time before the push. We saw they cleared out upstairs. They had it a lot covered by drones, but they were still watching spiral stairs and top of yellow stairs, like with 40 seconds left to go into the round. Maybe if Sophia was down earlier, she could have used her concussion grenades to stop that smoke from pushing up. But we don't know what could have happened, and it's going to be 2-2 now. It's going to be a close game by the looks of it on Consulate.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are very effective on the defense, because I don't think we have a single attacking round win so far. We're going to be seeing AR on the defense now. They're going to be defending the meeting and console offices.
Can we just get a quick look at the scoreboard a second? It's quite balanced there for AggressoR. It looks like steady incline there for MaskOFF. I just know if people were interested in seeing what the scoreboard was looking like. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
10 seconds
Oh, that's
left
good.
before insertion.
Obviously there's a 4-minute delay, so they won't get to see that for a while, but
5 seconds left.
obviously that's there for there. Yeah, it looks like Jonesy and Altitude have been doing a lot for their team in terms of frags, but obviously it's not all about frags in comp play. You know, the gadgets you bring and the kind of utility you use supporting the fraggers. Oh, I just realized we've lost all our AggressoR pretty much. It looks like we're doing another rehost. It will be 2-2 this time instead of 1-1.
Well, at least we're not having someone having constant internet issues or lagging out or anything like that.
Well, I'm not quite sure what actually did happen there, to be honest. Do we know what happened?
I was more so listening to you, and apparently a game crashed, but that's why everyone on AggressoR left just for the rehost.
I thought, yeah, you shouldn't leave unless you get it confirmed from the spectator, but I guess we'll have to let that slide. We'll just push on now, rehost it, go to 2-2.
Well, maybe they'll buy
don't
them
risk
some
that
time, maybe
final.
some strats or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn the tide here, because remember, if AggressoR loses on this map, MaskOFF will win the finals here. So they're gonna have to clutch it out here in the next couple rounds if they want to go map 5, which is on Clubhouse.
Now they could have been penalised. I'm not sure they're around for leaving, but I'm not quite sure who makes the decision on that.
Well, with the rehost coming up, I'm gonna run and grab a drink. So I ran out
Okay.
of water bottles, so I'll be back momentarily.
Okay. Well, I do apologize for this other rehost. Somebody's game did crash this time, so having a multitude of problems tonight. Having internet issues, PC issues, naming issues before the stream. You name it, we've got it tonight for the final. It looks like AggressoR are all getting back in. We should be ready to start soon, obviously. Slash isn't here right now, but I think, remember it's on bank right now, Teed. He needs to change that over. But yeah, we are going to see what positions were they playing AggressoR? They were on defense, weren't they? Yeah. Okay, so they are going to be going back onto defense now. It is 2-2. I think we're going to accept the rehost, even though they didn't quite confirm it. And I think we should be getting in soon. I think if we just go as soon as possible, Teeds, and then Tash will be back by the time we get into the round. Looks like one of the sides are ready. Yeah, everyone's back in now. Looks like MaskOFF is ready. Just waiting for AggressoR to confirm now. And we should be getting right back into it again. Sorry for the delay. I know we got a best of 5 game and it's already gone 2-1. So now we've got another game to go so far, and it's already going 2-2-2-2. So it's looking like we're going to be going into the 5th map possibly.
All right, I am back in the flesh. Looks like we have all players in. If you haven't said so already.
Yep, I'm just waiting for them to say they're ready. I think AggressoR are checking that they're not going to blow up again. Yeah, we're getting on into the night now. We're just waiting now for AggressoR to confirm. Looks like we're getting no response from AggressoR at all at the moment.
Alright, so they say they're ready now.
Oh, now they do. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Yep, we're getting back into Consulate, tied up 2-2, going to round 5.
Again, sorry about the delay. We're having a lot of issues to iron out tonight for some reason. All the other games have been fine, final, and then all this stuff kicks off. But we will be getting back into it, and it will be 2-2. Looks like we could be going to overtime in terms of maps, and we might be fulfilling all best of 5 round.
And once again, if you're just joining us, this is the 4th map. Yes, 4th map, I believe. Yes, 4th. This is Consulate, and MaskOFF has won 2 maps, and AggressoR has won 1. So MaskOFF is on map point, so if they happen to win here, then they will win the ESA Contender Series Championship for this season. So, and it's pretty much all on the line here for AggressoR. They're going to have to pull out some crazy plays. They want to seal this one out and have a chance on the clubhouse.
Yeah, if I had to kind of hazard a guess to who's going to come out on top here, I probably would say MaskOFF myself, but we've seen AggressoR pull out some really crazy plays, as you said, and they do have a strong chance of coming back here. They could pull out something we really aren't expecting. We've seen McLovin be a very capable player, and you never know, they might surprise us, come into overtime in terms of maps, win this map out. And then Clubhouse can be anyone's game. It's a very very unchanging meta, so it's kind of hard for them to kind of surprise each other in that deciding match, I think. And it will be down to a lot of gun skill, which we have seen MaskOFF being better in, I think, at the moment. We've seen them win a lot more of their gunfights, so AggressoR really going to have their work cut out for them if they do win this consulate map.
And we're seeing the Twitch drone from altitude coming up the yellow stairs. Haven't really seen too much fatal Twitch drone play here. Every time I see the shock drone, I usually think of Jaws.
Yeah.
Since it tends to creep up onto nearer players.
See, we did see an effective shock drone take out a mirror on Cafe, which kind of rendered the upstairs push, or the upstairs hold.
It's mostly been on border. That's usually the map where
I think there's a lot of debris. There's a lot of map debris. It's kind of a lot of noise as well. I think it's kind of pay attention. Smaller things going on in that map. But we are going to be seeing the upstairs hold here. Looks like MaskOFF preparing potentially for an A push. They've gained the wall open into sight. Ooh, altitude does see that castle. Misses the shots just about though. It looks like Jonesy's going to be running around downstairs, securing that flank route.
Yes, and I believe whoever wins here on Consulate is going to be the team that wins their first attack round, because it's been 4 defensive wins so far, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been pretty back and forth between defenses.
So we'll be seeing some aggressive plays here. The Ying flashing and smoking in, already in now. Altitude will be covering from what looks like the connect window. Will pick off the castle. The Vengeance will pick up a kill onto what looks like the Buck. But Ying will get the plant out. Jonesy picks up on someone's call out, picks up the Dave. A lot is happening right now. The diffuser has gone down. Vengeance will pick off onto Timmy and onto Jonesy. And now it's just a Twitch left alive to try and stop this defuse. And he will get the kill. 2 P9 kills onto Vengeance and callouts. Altitude saving the round for his team, getting the first attack win for this match. Making that 3-2 for MaskOFF. For some reason I keep thinking MaskOff's name. I keep wanting to say Mind Freak in my head.
Close enough. But absolute dominating gameplay by Altitude there. He completely annihilated the defense of AggressoR. So I believe he got 4 kills there, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 4 at least.
Yeah.
2 of them with the pistol of all weapons, as it wasn't the F2 that you might expect.
Smoke
so
was
great
too
play
busy.
by them.
Yeah, the smoke was busy just trying to destroy that diffuser. The bandit couldn't quite land his shots.
Attackers need to
Yeah, he
locate
looked
and
like
defuse the bombs.
The Twitch was able to go onto that connector window uncontested, giving him a sight onto any of the pushing defenders there, which kind of worked out. He got 2 kills from it, was able to swing in and finish up the last 2. Really well played by Altitude there, but I'd say the defenders not really paying attention to that connector window. I think whenever I see that connector window get played by an attacker, I find it one of the priorities to try and get them off it, because that holds so much control over the site. It cuts you off as the defenders. It stops you running down the long kind of hallways you see by long desk and the table, and then also through the actual connector into between both sites itself.
Yeah, not really too sure what Bandit was doing. He looked a little confused and possibly missing a couple shots there onto Twitch.
He did a good job. He took out 2 of them. I just think he's a bit overwhelmed. The team was dying around him. He was picking off into people. You know, a lot of shots were popping off there. I just don't think he was able to kind of clutch that out, as you said. I think he was just a bit overwhelmed. Misses his shots as the Twitch swung in. Able to kill him with the P9. I was seeing a lot of Jaeger play in that corner of admin. We saw Goga do it during the Invitationals and other teams play there. We're seeing quite an aggressive downstairs push here from AggressoR. Twitch already in Visa, kind of heading up the Visa stairs, having an angle all the way into sight, kind of abusing the holes that the defenders made for themselves.
We're about at a minute into the round. MaskOFF defending things well so far, but AggressoR hasn't really contested. They're just getting in position for now. Seeing Altitude using those gyro cams to full effect on the outside of the consulate building, inside the trees as you might expect. So he's going to get some nice vision there. And interesting to not see IQ being brought out to counter Altitude, because Valkyrie is so prevalent on this map. you really just want to take care of those cameras as soon as possible.
Yeah, we normally do see a lot of IQ on this map during comp play. We haven't really seen much Valkyrie actually until this round. I'm not sure if this is the first round she's been played for this map, but it's certainly one of the first few rounds I've noticed her like maybe have some kind of impact. But we're seeing really good here. Toasty picking up from what looks like Printer or Spiral onto somebody, and then McLovin getting a kill with Blackbeard on the windows of A, and then so we saw the I'm getting a bit overwhelmed here. What's going on? There's a lot going on right now. I can't quite tell who's playing Twitch there. I think it is
That's altitude.
Altitude. There we go. Yeah. Wait, no, it's playing Twitch.
Oh, Twitch. Sorry, I saw
Vengeance. Sorry, Vengeance. There we go. Yeah, Vengeance.
We're
Was...
both getting a little mixed up.
Yeah, there we go. He's gonna pick up another kill onto onto Jonesy, and then out to come flying into him. Vengeance will just give him a nice little love tap across the belly there, smacking over Valkyrie, ending that defense from MaskOFF. Again, forgetting their name, but again, bring it back to 3-3. That's 2 successful attacks now. We've had 4 defense wins turning into 2 attack wins. They can't quite make up their mind who wants to win. If this was under the new system that will be coming out in season 2, we could be in this. We might have been in this game a long time.
Yeah, with constant overtime till someone wins 2 rounds in a row. That would be pretty interesting to see.
Pretty interesting to cast.
I can't imagine it would go on too long if it would happen to come to that. But who knows? It might go on for hours.
If I was a player, I'd just give up, give them the win, forfeit. We're gonna be seeing a downstairs hold from Aggressor now. I think this is the first time we've gone downstairs. Oh no, it was the first time they were upstairs in the last defense, but now we're going to be seeing them go downstairs again, which they did do first, and it did lead to a victory from them. We saw the Ella playing on that very top floor with a nice angle down onto the garage, which the attack was just left uncontested, which allowed her to get 2 or 3 kills, I think. So that was really good play there. I think it was Art. Yeah, we see Art playing her again. I'm actually going to do something similar, and I'm hoping this time, for the first time, MaskOFF will actually pay attention to the top floor roamers. They were able to win last attack, but that was because it was top floor and there were no top floor roamers, because the site was the top floor. So I'm hoping now this time they can be more effective at making sure they're not going to have those people playing upstairs as we see now. They're even putting reinforcements on. There's quite a lot of utility going into the top floor for a bottom floor defense. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, it looks like MaskOFF has foregone the Monty strat for now, and they're just focusing on getting some kills other than just marching their way into sight like they did the first couple attack rounds. So it looks like they're trying to go for more of a roam clear possibly. It looks like everyone's going towards Visa, and it looks like they might just try to deal with all the roamers, or they just might do a Visa push down into sight. And
I've not seen
I'm not sure that
how improve Visa stairs before. That's a first, for sure. 5! I've not seen all 5 attackers repelling stairs. Definitely a new push I've seen. Very interesting.
Yeah, interesting not to see any defenders there to catch that. Get the go towards Visa and try and catch some kills. But they're just gonna play their angles here on yellow and try to hold off this push.
Yeah. I think they're just a bit hungry for a kill here, and it looks like he's going to pick up onto Buck. They have the crossfire. Jonesy does see Art, but Art has to back off. Jonesy will back off onto Spiral Stairs now. Looks like he's going to try and cut off maybe the Vigil, but there is going to be a bandit waiting. They've Aggressor, I must admit, have really good lines of crossfire set up for this map. On Cafe, MaskOFF had really good lines of crossfire and really good lines of sight. But as we can see now, it's working out really well for Aggressor, and they've set it up so if the attackers push one of them, another one has another line of sight on them. And it's working out really well, I think. And it looks like the 2 of the remaining attackers have just gone straight for downstairs push through blue, leaving Dave upstairs to take on Vengeance and Art. He picked up onto Vengeance, but Art will pick up onto him as he gets flanked from behind, leaving just Timmy and Altitude, sorry, in wide blanks, pushing down the back, and we see Fanlight will pick up some hits into Bandit. I'm thinking this is an aggressor hold, an aggressor win here.
Yeah, it's just all of the altitude in Timmy, and as I say that, Art takes out Timmy, so it's down the altitude, 1v4, 20 seconds left. He is just going for some lucky kills for now. It's not much hope for him. He's actually gonna get some impact grenades tossed at him, and Art will finish it off. So AggressoR winning 2 rounds in a row. I believe this is them putting into match point. So yes, they're leading 4-3 here on Consulate.
Really, oh, excuse me, really well played there by AggressoR. I think they've really got this map sussed out when it comes to the angles. When they set this up, they have someone kind of playing around the middle of yellow, and then someone on the bottom of yellow, and then the Ella playing in Consulate office itself. So when the attackers tried pushing the Ella, the Vigil had line of sight, and if they tried pushing the Vigil, the Ella had line of sight. And when Jonesy tried to flank around to get a line of sight onto Vengeance, there playing the Vigil on the stairs, you had the Bandit on the bottom of yellow waiting for him. It's really well positioned, I think, there from AggressoR. Really just not letting the attacker get any pinch on any of them. And it worked out really well. I mean, they did lose a couple, but overall, a really strong defense.
Yeah, the thing from that fail about MaskOFF's attack is that they had no crossfire setup. They're all pushing from one direction. So since they're all just going for the same exact area and just pushing into little hallways, they're not going to get any good angles. While AggressoR, they're all watching each other's backs and have very good angles to at least get a refrag, if anything.
Yeah, like we've seen pushes from one direction work really well. We've seen AggressoR against Power Scarlet and other teams. You know, kind of dominate and shred through teams, just all pushing through one side, just like coming like a wrecking ball into the site, planting and holding away the defenders. But these are two both very capable teams, and these we've seen AggressoR struggle to do that, and we're seeing MaskOFF struggle to do that. And I think these kind of really bold 5-man pushes just don't work with these teams. They're both coordinated enough to kind of deny this.
MaskOFF lost their last defense. See if they're able to hold off here. If they lose this round, it'll be over for them on Consulate. And the last thing they want to see is going to map number 5 on Clubhouse. So if you're MaskOFF or a fan of MaskOFF, you do not want to go to Clubhouse.
Yeah, I think AggressoR are definitely very good on Clubhouse. I remember when we casted their last game in the semi-final, they were extremely good at it.
Yeah, they won 5-0.
Well, yeah, obviously it's a very different team than playing it now, but we still saw how they had really well-developed strats for Clubhouse. And as we said, Vengeance will pick a kill to Dave, who's just not quite ready for that buck to be on the bottom of Visa stairs, and he will take off his head. He's just gonna wait for the roamers to come around now. McLovin holding that front door. It looks like all the rest of the defenders are upstairs. And that is going to be a blow. Losing Dave so early on as a smoke player is a lot of utility gone. They won't be able to deny that push from Visa stairs anymore. And it will make the job a lot easier. And we're going to have a Jonesy run out, take out McLovin, who was covering that front door for so long, then lets it go just for Jonesy to come running out of it and kill him. That's a good way to come back here for MaskOFF.
Yeah, so they're going to tie it up 4-4. We're going to see Jonesy on the room after he just did that quick run out to the main area, or main lobby. And now he's going up the Visa stairs very cautiously. You might get spotted due to the fact that he is Vigil, so they might notice that he is creeping his way up. It looks like no one is taking sight in that, and they're just looking straight into sight. Now it's 50 seconds left, 4v4. And the defense holds this off. Nile will get the pick onto callouts. Vengeance gonna take down Timmy, so it's now 3-3. Looks like everyone's just gathering up by spiral stairs in main hallway. 35 seconds left. Nile getting another pick on the Vengeance. And Toasty is gonna kill Jonesy. Now Toasty's gonna take down Arso. Now it's all up to Thermite now. It's now a 1v2. That's Toasty on Thermite. 14 seconds left. He's trying his best. However, he's going to pick off by Nile. Nile getting 3 or 4 kills there that round. So he was definitely working that site full effect.
Yeah, I think the defenders could have almost threw that there. We saw the Valkyrie. I'm not sure who was playing Valkyrie. I think it was Timmy. Even the Valkyrie player was peeking onto the Thermite, and Jaeger didn't have any kind of line ready to refrag there, so that could have been an easy throw. And we're seeing another leave as we go into overtime, and we're going to be having another. I'm really confused what just happened.
I guess they're gonna try to reset things for OT since we are tied 4-4.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
So that would kind of like reset which sites are available and whatnot. And actually, it would just make it random. I guess we'll just have to, because it's just random. Yeah, so all sites are unlocked. We could just remember, but I guess the players just went ahead to take it in their own hands just to rehost.
But
So
no,
they
it
just
makes
don't think
sense
about it.
because one of the previous sites off.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so my bad. So they're gonna just rehost
Yeah,
so they
you
have
suck.
access to all sites.
What do you
My
what do you
bad.
think it's talking about? Yeah.
Alrighty, so we are on overtime map 4. MaskOFF wins this overtime. They will be champions. Now, AggressoR might have something to say about that. If they win, we'll go to map number 5, where it will be the final showdown on Clubhouse.
Now, I think we might see MaskOFF just about bring us out here, but if not, we're going to be going very late into the night onto the 5th map, and I think it'll be a very, very well played final, and whoever wins it will really deserve it.
Yeah, both teams have been playing excellently. I mean, you can't really ask for more from either team. They've been pretty much neck and neck throughout this competition. So for to come down to these two teams, they both definitely deserve it.
But yeah, we've seen AggressoR do some really, really, really good stuff leading up to this final. I haven't really seen many of the MaskOFF matches, but yeah, they're both obviously really good teams. I think MaskOFF overall so far in this series have had an edge, and they've seemed to be the more consistent team. But overall, AggressoR's still a very, very capable team, and they easily have a chance of coming back and winning this final.
Yeah, it seems like MaskOFF is a little bit more consistent in their play. Not to say anything about AR, but I've known MaskOFF for a while, and they seem very capable and just sticking around in games for a very long time, and just just not outright losing due to certain plays. It's been pretty much back and forth, so it's been highly contested. But AggressoR is able to just sway things back and forth as they want, pretty much. They can come back and win games pretty swiftly. So don't be surprised if they come out and win here. But
Yeah, it looks like.
It's pretty much up in the air which team will win, I think.
Yeah, we've seen both of them be capable, but we are going to be getting back in for overtime now. By the looks of it, it seems both teams are ready. Altitude's confirmed and callouts has confirmed. So it looks like we can get back into it.
So yes, we'll be heading 4-4 in the overtime on Consulate. So it should be interesting to see what happens. It's mostly been defense favored so far. We saw a couple attack wins from both teams, but overall it's just been the defense ruling here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who's on. So it looks like AR is going to be defending first. So it might be in favor of them since they'll get 2 defenses if it comes to it.
They will be getting lobby and press room, which they did go before, and I'm not going to lie, I can't quite remember. I think they did win because we saw 4 defense wins at first. So
Yeah,
they have a strong chance to win this.
that's their review. MaskOFF try to march their way in with Montaigne,
Oh
yellow
yeah.
stairs, and then it just didn't end very well for them. So they're not bringing Montaigne, so it looks like they're just
I don't think
switching
they're ready
things
for
up.
this. I don't think they're quite ready for this. It looks like they've come prepared for
A garage.
upstairs or downstairs, a garage or upstairs push. I don't think it's quite garage because they didn't have Thatcher, but overall they look not quite so prepared for lobby. They don't have any glass, but they did the Ying and the smokes. But Ying is the only one with smokes, and I think smokes can be really crucial to winning this site as an attack. Just blocking off the line of sight. So I think we're going to see aggressive in this round, personally, because of the setup we're seeing from MaskOFF, but
Yeah, MaskOFF definitely has to
We'll
take
see.
top floor dominance. They want to make any progress here. They can also attack from underneath if they're able to open up the floor, but that might be a little hard. They only have Nile for some vertical play there. Just open up the floorboards from the basement, but it looks like they're preparing for yellow stairs run out. So Timmy's gonna probably repel here on the west side. So watch out for any possible roamers. So if Timmy just stays here on this window and MaskOFF is able to push from the east side, forces roamers that come towards the west side, that might have been able to get a pinch. However, it looks like Timmy's gonna rotate over to the east side now and try to support his team. And you really need some more crossfire, but it looks like they're just gonna forfeit Visa and just allow MaskOFF to march their way into there.
yeah, it looks like they're securing top floor now. It looks like Buck, Ash, and Thermite are in now. Obviously, they've not quite secured above the sites where they need to get the defenders out of, but we're seeing another visual bug. Looks like Smoke's gonna be killing them with his
Fire.
barbed wire now is smoke grenade, but he will take some damage here. Not quite sure where he was shot from. It looks like a grenade, but it's a really aggressive push coming out from the attackers. It looks like Timmy picks up a kill onto Vengeance. Now it looks like Toasty's left alone. Nile gets a kill onto Coolhouse, so Smoke playing above A or B, playing above B. So that's leaving one on Nile's stairs. He will try and push up. He will get killed by Timmy, but killing McLovin. Art will then pick up a refrag onto altitude. Art's playing on the bottom of Spiral. She will throw a C4 up. He or she. I don't quite know, but it's looking very strong here. And I just say it looks like Aggressor's going to win because of the loadout, but it looks like MaskOFF just wanted to prove me wrong. Ooh, that C4 does miss, allowing Dave to pick up the diffuser. It looks like they could be going for a plant very soon, as it's just leaving the Echo in sight and the Valkyrie to come around and flank.
So yes, there's only 40 seconds left. It's up to Art and Toasty to hold this one off. 35 now. And it looks like there's Candelas and Smokes coming down into sight. Looks like they're just going to try to get the defuse off on B. In the main lobby, Toasty's going to get knock out. I believe that's Timmy. So now it's 3v2. Diffuser goes down. Ying is lighting up Valkyrie there, and now it's up to Toasty. 1v2. Gonna have to deal with the top floor play here. Looking up. But now Nile has the advantage because he's just able to peek whenever. Gotta take out the gyro cam there. Toasty's just caught in a hard spot now. Trying to bait out the defuse. However, it's no match for LA from above. And he will win the first round in overtime here on Consulate.
Yeah, I think I haven't really spoken enough about Nile. I think he's done some really good plays for MaskOFF over this series. I think he's got some really nice kills that's really helped his team out and carried them to where they've helped carry them through to where they've got. I think he's a really good Buck player. We've seen him do some really nice vertical plays, especially on this map here. And I think if MaskOFF win this right now, I think they have a lot to thank with. I mean, I think they've had a lot to thank with each other. They're playing very well with each other. I think anyone's really kind of punching above their weight or punching below their weight here. I think they're doing really well. Now they will be on match point for overtime. And looks like MaskOFF will be defending bottom floor. Go down, please.
Yes, I believe it is the base.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be defending downstairs. Not sure. I don't think it was. Not sure if they've actually gone for a downstairs push successfully yet. A downstairs defense successfully.
I believe they might have one round because I think they went down here once, and it might be in one of those first 4 rounds. Don't call me on that because it's been a lot of rounds so far. But now AggressoR, they might lose their championship here, or their hopes, because MaskOFF is only 1 round away from win that title. So it'll be interesting to see how AR responds. This is pretty much the most important round to come so far.
Yeah. Like AggressoR's trying to set themselves up strong here. I think they're gonna go in quite hard down the back, but it looks like it was Sophia and Cabana. It doesn't look like they're gonna, without the thermite, I don't think they were expecting a downstairs hold. I think they were expecting an upstairs hold. They haven't got the thermite or the batch, which you usually expect for a downstairs hold. So I genuinely think we could see a win here. Dave will fight Hibana and win, both bearing 9s out, I think. And he will get the fight. He has the ACOG now. That's with the fusing now stuck in archives as well, and it looks like they are going to start kind of rotating towards blue and trying to hold off this push from the back. I think they probably do know they're defusing now. And it could be an easy win. Altitude pick up a kill onto Vengeance. Now 5 versus 3. Toasty kills Dave in the sight from above. Now it looks like AggressoR's hopes are getting smaller and smaller. Only 1 man behind though. They could easily come back from this. There's Sophia, Ying and Blackbeard. Very capable lineup to bring us back. As I say, that McLaren does get lit up by Valkyrie. He's not using any shields. He might have already lost them both. But it looks like the attack's kind of just frolicking around upstairs and downstairs now, not really know what to do. Jonesy blank, picking up on the McLovin, playing as Blackbeard, now leaving Ying and Zafia down below, stuck in archives. Ying will light up onto Bandit. Bandit will take cover. Now it looks like we're going to be seeing a pinch here. And Ying and Zafia are stuck, but as I said, Toasty takes out Altitude, the Bandit coming above. It looks like they have a chance to win this back. Oh, definitely have a chance to win this back. And as I said, it goes to a 1v1 now. It's Smoke versus Zafia. Toasty doing so much work for his team here to bring it back. What looked like hopeless can now be a win. And as I said, they're about to peek each other. They're just so close, inches away. Toasty goes on the drone. He sees the drone. It looks like we're gonna see a win with a final melee. What an embarrassing way to end the series, but what a fun way to win the title. Yeah, and we're now just gonna be waiting
drone
here.
Going on here.
Yeah, he's gonna secure it though. Really nice there by Jonesy, seeing that drone come down and realizing.
Well, MaskOFF are now your new ESA Contender Series champions with a nice anticlimactic kill there. Finished it off.
Yeah. What seemed like a very, very, very intense final there, with Toasty going off of Sophia, ended in embarrassment for AggressoR, but a very well-deserved win for MaskOFF, and kind of what I expected personally, but still, not trying to downplay what AggressoR did. They're a great team.
Yeah, they're probably 2 of the best teams in the Contender Series, and might possibly, who knows, after this season, they might upgrade into the Invite Series, a little bit more competition. But for this season, MaskOFF GG
We'll be on match
is
point
now
for overtime.
your Contender Series champions
Looks like MaskOFF
this
will be
season. So
defending
thank you everyone for
bottom
watching.
floor.
It was a
Go down, please.
nice 3-hour match going
Yes, I
on
believe
here.
it is the base.
Yeah,
We were happy to be a part of it.
downstairs.
And
Not sure. I don't think.
well, guess what?
Not sure if they've actually.
We also
gone
have the
for a
Invite
downstairs
Series
push
match
successfully yet.
tomorrow night
A downstairs
between
defense successfully.
Perplexed and Dexterity.
believe they
So that'll be and it's gonna be another grind match going on.
First 4 rounds.
And this, and I'm really excited for that one as well, because I have no idea who's gonna win.
So far,
It's probably gonna be pretty neck and neck, I think.
AggressoR,
Much like this
they
one.
might lose their championship.
I'd just
here.
like to apologize quickly as well
Their hopes,
for
because
a lot of the mistakes I
MaskOFF
made.
is only 1 round
I
away
am a bit undersat at the moment, but thank you for bearing with me and
Interesting to
bearing with
see
all the
how AR
rehosts as
responds.
well.
This is, pretty
We're
much
sorry
the
about all
most
those
important
issues.
round.
Hopefully
Comes so
tomorrow's
far.
final we won't have quite so many issues to resolve.
Yeah, we're getting our practice in tonight for tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Again, thank you everyone for watching. And you have anything else you want to say before we head out here, Badums?
No, just thank you for watching. Really well played to both the teams, as I said. I mean, I did say I think MaskOFF were going to win, but as I say, AggressoR, a brilliant team. I mean, they made short work of Scarlet, who I'm sure TDS was very upset about here. But yeah, GG to both the teams.
Well, thank you everyone once again for watching. I hope to see you all tomorrow night.